like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Misfit Mining Saturday Night Live here with my man Mr. Max Voltage. You got the Geek of all trades and hot crypto mining. I'm your host Jump Change. Good to see you. Bitcoin back to 67,000. Pretty exciting. Crazy lithium miners coming out, so we're going to talk about all that. But first, Geek of all trades, how was your day, man? What have you been up to?
Oh man, it was a long day. Went down to Microsoft event for some work stuff.
Nice.
Downtown Chicago. Like the Millennium Park was right across the street. It was a hot mess. And it was crazy. They had like some big music festival going on there too. So they had the whole park shut down. I couldn't even go over and like flick the bean, nothing. And then I got lost. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
You caught me off.
he's not from Chicago. He has no idea what the hell the bean is anyway.
Well, for the rest of the 49 continental states,
for everybody else,
does not mean what it means for you guys.
Anybody who came to Chicago, who has visited Chicago, knows what the Millennium Park bean is. I'm just saying.
That's
Those
a shiny,
tourists, there's plenty of
the big
people who are
shiny
tourists
one, right?
who've been there.
The big shiny ones like chrome, right? Yes.
See, there you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
but,
like a giant bean.
But that's not what that means around here.
No.
Right? Just saying.
Fucking flick it. Flick the bean.
No.
Oh,
Then
Jesus.
going down there, I fucking got lost under like sub ground. There was like
Please
tunnels.
tell me you did not get lost on Lower Whacker Drive.
Hey, just because I missed the opening on this.
Lower whacker. There was I was like, no.
Okay. No. I know where you were. And I used to drive for Uber, and that is the toughest spot to drive. It is the area that is just southeast of Michigan and Whacker. right there.
I
that
went
is the
down,
hardest part.
I went down so many layers.
Yeah, there's 3 levels there.
Yeah, there was like 3 levels or something. I saw the Ninja Turtles. I swear. It was like I was so fucking deep. And I swear I saw Splinter, but it might have been a furry doing like shadow boxing on the corner. I don't know. It was Chicago. It was fucking weird, man.
Tyson for sure.
Yeah.
He's not here in the chat, but if he listens to it later, he'll know. All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exhausted, but yeah.
Glad you had a good time.
Sure.
Hawk, what you been up to, man?
I'm
Nothing
still
good?
trying to process the bean comment.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. I forgot I had that soundbite.
Spit on that thing.
I totally would have hit it. Damn it.
I'm praying to God I run into her. I'm gonna carry like an extra Hawk crypto mining shirt just so I can have her hold it for me and take a picture if I run into her at BTC.
If she don't hawk Tua, we don't talk Tua.
That's right.
Brandon Coin. That was the best. I'm so glad
she won't be there unless she's paid 30 grand.
Yeah,
dude, good for her. You know what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for her. It was amazing. You know, you never find them like a diamond in the rough. She was just like an old farm girl, like doing her own thing, just having fun, and now she's famous overnight. It's perfect. It's nice when that happens, you know?
Yeah.
But besides the fantasy, Hawk, what else you been up to?
Just work, man.
It's just work. How's the new facility coming?
It's coming along.
Yeah,
it's coming along. It's going to be great, man. 9 megawatts total.
Damn,
it's going to start over there, and it's good. It's good. Just got to stay 5 steps ahead of everybody. So,
boy,
oh yeah.
How it goes, man. That's how it goes. If you guys need hosting, hit up Terra Hosting. Shout out to them. That's where I got all my stuff. Actually, excited to see it someday.
That's it, man. Nothing much. I gotta get some video. I have to get some videos done, man. I've been so behind with stuff. I got sick and then disrupt and
Hawk, you are kind of low actually. Your mic, your mic's kind of low actually.
It's low.
Yeah, someone's saying in the chat. That's what I was hearing it too.
Really?
Just a little bit. It's not much. Not much.
Oh, well, anyway, I have a lot of stuff I need to do, so I have to get, like I said, videos out and all kinds of stuff. But yeah.
What is coming up? What's the thing you're going to?
BTC Nashville.
Nashville, that's right. Nice. You excited for that?
Is it better? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. How is it now? Is it still low?
It's still low.
A little bit.
It's better, but it's low.
Jesus, what in the F?
That's sick though. Is anybody here in the chat actually going to BTC Nashville? Let us know. There's gonna be a bunch of speakers there, right? It's cool.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people there. Here, I'm turning it up a little. Let me know.
Actually,
if that's
I can
better.
look it up.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people there. I know. I think they confirmed that Trump will be there now too, so that's pretty cool. To see him speak on BTC.
Oh yeah, here it is. Actually, got it right here.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Witness
so
history.
It's going to be dope, man. RFK is going to be there. A lot of big people. I'm going to try to live stream Trump's speech.
Oh, nice.
From my cell phone. So we'll see. I mean, Edward Snowden, man, is a little bit of a controversial one, considering that the guy,
whistleblower and cybersecurity expert.
Yeah, like kind of considering that he's like seeking asylum in Russia or somewhere because he's wanted for numerous crimes. That's a little bit weird, but it was kind of weird because right when he leaked a lot of that stuff, Bitcoin comes out right after. There's a lot of people who think that he had something to do with the creation of it. But anyway, yeah, so no, we're going to. It's going to be good. Go ahead, Max. It's your turn. Go.
No, you're good.
I got nothing. I got nothing else really because I'll rant about it.
Max, what you been up to today, man?
I've just been like sitting, like staring at the Octo server I just got today. It's so
you
beautiful.
Son of a bitch! Did you put out a short?
I did not put out a short yet.
Mother. All right, we'll pull one out. I want to see the thing. That's sick.
I did a short when I was at Mining Disrupt.
Doesn't count. It's not on your kitchen floor with your bare feet.
Now, right now, I've been reconfigure. I did reconfigure it.
Nice.
At least 2 of the ones. So basically, has 8 lanes going to 12 slots, or you can have 16 lanes going to 6 of the slots. So I change 2 of them so that they
That's sick.
have 2 slim SAS ports going into 1 slot. So anyway, so my plan is to get 2 4090s into that tomorrow, considering salads kind of turn a little bit to crap. So I've got 2 4090s that haven't really been on anything for the last 2 days. So I'm like, okay, perfect timing. So I've debated on doing 2 things. One is creating a AI server like for myself, going through some like the network chuck things. There's been a bunch of people like in that YouTuber area that have put like you got Lawrence and Raid Owl, they've all like done that. Craft beer or whatever that one is.
Craft computing.
Craft computing, yes. They've all done these types of things, and I was like, that would be really fun to do. But I like making money too, so that's why I thought about putting it on Flux first. I don't know. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do first.
Well,
Kind of leaning towards the internal AI thing for like a week or 2, and then
Right.
switching it over to Flux at that point.
Well, the options are endless, which is cool.
You don't need large GPU farms for your own LLM, or like, especially if it's just chat based. Like if you're going to run Olama or like a Chat GPT alternative, essentially,
Right.
you don't. If you're going to do video rendering or like generative AI, then I mean it'll run faster on a higher end GPU, of course. But I mean, I was running it on a 3060 12 gig, and it was like it was on the website.
Well, I thought about running it on my own because I've got a 5950X on my computer, so I could run WSL, and but I only have a 3070. So obviously from a
It'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. So I don't know. I've kind of thought about going that route too. So I don't know. Got a number of projects, but anyway, so I'm like I said, honestly, I've been sitting there just kind of looking at it and okay, what's that and what's that and the one thing I have figured out though is I don't think there's any SATA ports at all. I think basically all it has is M.2 and U.2 ports. Although I haven't figured out a way to power up the U.2. So U.2 are basically 2.5-inch drives that hook up to PCIe. So which I just learned. So but anyway, it's cool and yeah, I did take some video on it today. I just haven't put on any content yet, but that was more for long form. I will be putting out a short on it though.
This is what you got,
now
right?
that I looked at it. No.
No.
No?
What'd you
get?
Yeah, no,
You
go to
go to
Octoserver.
octoserver.com, not
Yeah.
Octominer.
Oh,
Yeah, no, those
And
are
actually the picture of it, they don't even have a picture of it. They have a picture of the other server when you look at the server that I got.
I didn't even know there was another site.
Like
Look at
if you
that.
look at it, all of them are pictures of
Nope.
that.
Hey,
Yeah.
But if you go to click choose your server,
just kidding.
let it scroll down. So go to the second one. See how it's oh no, I guess it is a little bit different picture. Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah, we
But
got.
if you
configure
click on
now.
configure now, I think it switches to the other. Yeah,
Holy
it switches to
shit.
the other picture.
They have a lot of configurations. I think we got the Epic.
So this is the
Me
one
and
you
Max
got,
both have
Max?
an Epic one.
The 4?
Yeah.
Dude,
No. Not the one with 4. It's only got 3. If you look at the previous,
The first picture, right? All right.
that's the actual. Not that one. Keep going.
Down. Sorry.
Down.
I forgot. I lost where I was. I zoomed in.
Right there.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one it's got. So yeah, it's got 3 1600-watt power supplies.
That's so sick.
And mine actually came, if you can see it there, mine actually came with a like if you see the vertical slot, it's a PCIe card with 4 NVMe drive slots. And then the horizontal slot that you see there,
Trying to zoom in on it and it's not. It's down lower now. Nope. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened, but I tried to zoom in and it didn't work.
right there.
All right. Anyways.
And then the horizontal slot just to the right, like right there,
Mhm.
that has 2 10 gig ports on it. Although I have to buy a module for it because it's
Should
an
I right
SFP
click
plus
on it?
port.
So it's SF-P28 ports.
Yeah, I can do that.
Open.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there we
think
go.
actually,
Look at you,
Yeah.
Hawk.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
why I
not
didn't think of that.
sure if those are. I think they're just 10 gig. Never mind. I know it's 10. Yeah, they're 10 gig. So I would actually need to buy an SFP plus for this, and then an SFP plus for my Switch, and then I could actually have a 10 gig if I wanted to.
I
So
think it's cool though.
thought about that. Biggest thing though is I gotta find a VGA cord. I do have a monitor that's VGA so that I can set it up.
Let's get a VGA to
Amazon for
HDMI
like
adapter.
$2.
I could do that too.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
don't
did.
have
I bought
one.
like 2 of them.
Yeah, I did that with my server stack.
So,
the
but
KVM
yeah,
kit.
yeah, that's been kind of just like planning it out. So like, I don't have an NVMe drive just lying around, but since I'm taking it out of those cards out of existing computers, I'm just going to take one of the drives out of there and then just write over it and use that for the drive. But yeah, that's
Nice.
the plan to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I've been working on is the Unraid server, which is now up and running.
Nice.
I got my first 14.5 gig downloaded to the server where I have 40 terabytes of space.
Did you do a video?
Not yet.
Okay.
And I say not yet because I will. And I'm at that point now. I'm like,
So
I
is
have
that going
one
to be
more
before or after the video on the workstation behind you there?
no, I need to do the Unraid video first because
Facts.
I'm basically done with it. And so I need to finish that first before I really put my heart into another project. Otherwise, it'll never get done.
I
So-
wish I had my board here, but I've been putting down X's every time you give me a promise and you break it. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it is, but it's here somewhere. I think you got one more. That's
Probably
it.
full.
So you better make a video.
So anyway, the one last thing I want to do is I want to test basically being able to remote into the Unraid server. But you know what, I'm probably just gonna do the video without that feature for now. But you know, it's like you get one more thing. Oh, wait a minute, what
Right.
if I do this? Wait, what Unraid has like endless things you can do with it. It has all these containers you can add. I could do Pi-hole, I could do
You do all that with Proxmox too, though.
what was that?
You can do all that with Proxmox too, though.
Right, exactly.
They've got turnkey LXEs as well.
Well, and that's the other thing is if I put all the two 4090s into that server, that means I now have 2 other computers that I'm not doing anything with. One of them
there you go.
being a 5950X processor.
Yeah.
I could just start using that as another Proxmox server too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
I looking forward. I have a lot of things I could do. But anyway, I'm more focused away from crypto on projects. But obviously still liking where crypto's at, that's for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Speaking
I
of
am
that,
actually
look at this.
Oh, and that's the other thing. I
Frickin'
was
prices.
watching
Insane.
if you guys are mining Zealous and you did not watch Red Fox's video, watch it. He did a live stream today.
Oh,
Saved me, I think he saved me like 600 watts on one of my rigs.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know it went live.
Now,
Damn
now
it, YouTube.
yeah, he did. It was like
They like don't notify you. Like what the YouTube's broken sometimes. It's awful.
It is sometimes.
The
Yeah, you
hell?
probably just unsubscribed to him.
No, listen, you son of a bitch. No, I didn't. I love Red Fox.
I know, I do too.
I didn't even know he was freaking. I really didn't know he was live today, though.
A lot of
It
people.
was.
don't
I was just
realize
happened to
that,
be
though,
like
but
looking on there, like
you have to
because I didn't get
recall.
notified either.
Just for the record,
I just happened to be looking on there, like,
Oh,
hey, is anybody
right
going
here.
live? Because a lot of times King will go live on Saturday or Sunday, and he
Just-
didn't.
Just for the record, as you can
Go
see,
right there. Say no, you're not.
Subscribed,
No.
fucker.
Nope,
Here's
no
where you're
bell,
wrong.
You don't-
no
you
bell.
don't
I
have
didn't watch
wait.
this.
Go to the bell. Hit it now. Hit all.
Oh, I
All.
personalized. That's why, you motherfucker.
That's
Oh,
why
bitch.
you don't get notified.
That's
YouTube
why.
ain't broken. You broken.
I broke
You
it.
broke it.
So what did he do? He changed.
He was just optimizing for Zealous V2.
Oh, nice. I was mining Zealous. I'm not no more. But
So
let's say,
I
is it
am,
actually like
and
decent
like
profits?
I
now?
said, you need to be using
I'll have to watch this.
Rigel, however you want to pronounce
Regal.
it.
Isn't it Regal? Am I wrong?
1.18.1 that has increased the hash rate, and now I decided I'm going to mine for efficiency, so my overall hash rate's down, but my overall hash rate's actually up, because what I did was I tuned everything down, and there were 3 GPUs I couldn't use because of the heat. So now that I tune everything down, I can now use those extra 4 GPUs that I wasn't using.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So anyway, so I was doing that today too. So
Gotcha. Game
anyway.
with Smoky. Damn, YouTube didn't tell me about this stream. Yeah, dude, it's so weird. YouTube's weird, but I didn't have the bell on, so that was my bad. But either way, I was working all day today outside on the solar pergola thing. I had to wire it up, do all the grounding, so I had to record a bunch of that. Started pulling the wires. Oh, of course, bro, of course.
Let's make sure you didn't pull a Max.
God damn it.
Video.
Yeah, so I got all that stuff situated for the most part. I got to pull a couple more lines tomorrow, and then I don't know. I'm debating whether I just wrap up, like if I do just separate videos for like one with the solar stuff, like the panels, wiring, all that shit, getting it to the trailer, and then doing like the battery bank setup, because like people need to know how to like wire this shit, which is kind of like important. And if I put it all in one video, I feel like a lot of it kind of gets skipped through just because people are impatient and don't pay attention, and it's hard to like name things when you're trying to do specific things like on a title of a video, you know what I mean? So if I could I might separate it and then do like one main video of like everything together. I think that might be the way I go, but I don't know, depends. Anyways, also huge shout out Mr. Hobbyist Miner, congrats to the 100k. Hadouken to you, sir. It's amazing, good for you.
Congrats.
Yeah, he's in the chat, so I wanted to give him a quick congratulations. If anybody has any questions, we're here to do some AMA stuff. If you guys want to talk about anything, please feel free to ask away. I know we need to talk about the price of crypto. Go ahead, Max. What's up, buddy?
Why don't we put a poll up, see how many people, if you have Alph, did you sell?
I did not.
I don't think I have lithium. If I
have
do,
about,
it's not
I
much.
have about 1,500 of it.
I'm just gonna say, did you sell your Alethea or Alph today? Is that what you want me to say? Is that good?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes or no? Let's see.
Oh, did it pub today?
I did. I sold some today. I sold, I don't know. I think I had like 100 and I don't remember actually. I don't know. I sold like $300 worth or something. I forget.
It's gonna hit.
Around
It's
$300
gonna hit
worth.
$10, bro.
And that would be 150. I have 200 of lithium. I don't have much.
It's see, like the thing for me is like, yeah, it was probably a little premature, to be honest. I think it might have been a little premature, but it's gonna do the same thing it did last time, in my opinion. It's gonna skyrocket up right before those machines come out, and then it's just gonna completely shit again. And that's what I think's gonna happen. My personal opinion. Do what you own. Do what you want. You know what I mean? To each his own.
So it's funny because it's funny you say that, because last night, Second TL and I got into a healthy debate about Alethea and Caspa. So right now, Alethea and Caspa do right around the same amount of transactions per day. Okay. So what a lot of people don't understand, and I've been saying this about Alethea for over a year now, is that Alethea is actually built. It's actually built to do thousands per second. That's how it's built. That's what they have. It's in their white paper. You can go read it. They can do they have the ability to scale to thousands of transactions per second, which is way more than Caspa will ever do. Now, Aletheia's got an ecosystem. With their ecosystem, they're doing 80,000 transactions on average per day, right around somewhere, right around that. It's almost the same, if not more, than Caspa. The kicker is with Alethea is can they get enough adoption to sustain the price? And two, can Caspa do the same thing? Can KRC20, aside from meme tokens, can it do something? Right? Everyone's like, oh, Caspa's got this revolutionary tech, and not really. Aletheia's got the same thing. They have the same thing. So
it's not the same thing.
You know, it's the same thing. 100%. It's the same shit. Caspa is, everyone blows Caspa because they think it's the Asics are selling and they're profitable.
Does it beat the trilemma transactions? Though? I don't know enough about Alethea to argue with you about it, but
none of you know anything about the tech.
Does it beat the trilemma or no?
Hold on a second. Everybody talks about beating the trilemma. Nope, you never beat the trilemma. You
never. We're in a better Max, all right?
You're just better than the next guy. That's all that means. Somebody else could be better as well. Maybe Alethea is better or could get better.
All said doesn't matter. Caspa is pure, no VC, no pre-mine versus Alethea. That's a good point. I didn't know that about Alethea though. I don't know enough about Alethea.
Ethereum had VC and pre-mine, and nobody said anything about it.
We're not comparing Ethereum. You're comparing Caspa.
I'm just saying, like, VC and pre-mine does not mean end-all, be-all. Projects just shit because of that. A lot of community projects go nowhere. And everyone's like, oh, this is fair launch and this is no VC money. Yeah, and you're probably going to go no fucking nowhere with no money. So it's probably, I would be more concerned about projects without any money than fair launch projects that who's going to waste the time building and working on when they can't pay anybody. Anyway.
What do you guys think about it in the chat? Throw your comments and then I'll read them out. Ask Hawk to explain the POLP. I don't even, what does that even stand for? I don't even know.
What that means.
And how the rewards drop with hash rate increase. I am still confused. What the hell is, I don't even know what does that mean?
When it reaches 1 exahash. They're at 2 petahash right now.
You're talking about, he's talking about lithium. When lithium says they're going to drop
Principle of no, that's not right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's about a lithium. That's what he's talking about.
Well, they've already announced that if too much hash rate hits the network,
Oh,
they were
proof
going to
of
make an
less
adjustment to it.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody say it like that. It's like, what the hell is POLP?
That's what they call it.
Interesting.
It's just an adjustment on the rewards, right? Based on the.
Yeah, I mean,
it's essentially a difficulty adjustment.
they said this. They said this during interviews that they would cap the hash rate if it got too high. Like,
yeah, it was at 1 exahash.
Yeah, I mean that's a long way to go.
That confuses the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why.
Panda this morning on his live stream did a calculation and said, okay, how many lithium ASICs do you think Bitmain is going to sell by the end of the year?
The first batch is somewhere around. I think it's somewhere around 500 to 1,000 units. So if you want to use
how many do you think they're going to sell by the end of the year?
I don't know. It's
hard to say. Guesses?
It's hard to say with their production. Someone told me between 500 and 1,000. So if you use 1,000 as the,
use 1,000. What was the
ladder?
What's the hash rate of
15? So it's
15.6 terahashes.
Yeah,
right.
So
which means you're going to add.
You'd have to do the
basically
math.
You're going to add 15 petahash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's
from
be
to 2. From
to
2
exahash though, that's a long way away.
No, I get it. I get it. But
only takes one more ASIC.
Not really.
Well, Ice River's coming out with one.
Yeah,
Ice River's dropping their pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gold Shell's going to drop their pants when
and
probably
you
wait
can
till
see,
Ice River comes out.
And you can see that bump, because
This one.
Bitmain has to do their
They're already doing the testing.
testing.
Yep. 1.7 petahashes right now.
Yeah, I mean, the hash rates are going to go
lithium
crazy,
is over,
guys.
says Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not. I don't know. If the price can be sustained and the miners can carry the project, then it'd be fine. But I don't know. I don't know. I think they're trying to come up with these new ASICs too fast.
So hang on.
I don't know. It's weird though. It's so weird.
What was the timing
weird
of when Caspa pumped in relation to when the ASICs
when the ASICs came out? Yeah, I don't know that. That's what I was just thinking of, and that's why I said it's weird.
It's
weird because Caspa just went up.
Released 150%.
Right.
No, I know it did, but
it's
my point is that
sustained.
what did it pump up to, and how much has it pumped since?
You have to look at the release of the first one. So if you look at the release of the KS0, hold on, I'll find out. Give me a second.
Okay, cool.
It was more like October of last year.
But it's when those came out, Caspa continued to rise, even though it had a little pullback and then continued to rise. Nothing happened with the lithium besides go down until this news just came out.
Well, Lithium didn't
So
have
I don't know if
any product releases though.
I mean, Gold Shell coming out with its ASIC was really no news at all. It was a small ASIC.
Right.
Wasn't going to add much. Now you've got all this hash rate that's going to come online. Go ahead.
Sorry, just saying. Right around October of 23, the next month. In November is when the hash rate started. When the price of Caspa started to really appreciate. When we jumped from about 5 cents to 8 cents, closer to 9. We went to 9, and then we dipped a little bit to 8, and then it peaked all the way to 13 by the end of November. And that's when the KS0s were really getting hot, and everybody was buying. And then the KS1 was announced, so there was a pump moving forward. And then there was a dip right back down.
When are you saying they came out? October? Ice Rivers?
Yeah, like October, November-ish is when they started really getting hot. Yeah. So I think, I can find the date for you. Hold on. Just give me a second. I need a second. I can't get it that instant.
No, you're fine.
Hold on. 1 sec.
I don't know. When did the first lithium?
It just got announced.
No, the box miner, the little box miner. When did that come out?
But that was nothing.
It was like a month ago.
KS0 was announced. It was announced and released. Actually, this is saying July, but I don't know how accurate that is. July, September. So, but even if you look at the chart from July, where's my chart? So if you look at the chart from July,
AL box was April, the first AL.
You had a small pump of like 2 cents in July. So I mean, then it leveled off a little bit. Then it pumped back up.
That's last year,
right around when the K1.
Yeah, you're talking about 2023, right? And then
so there was a small pump when it came out in July. So it went from like right around 2 cents to like 5, and then it dipped down again. So it just kind of depends. I mean, they're definitely correlated because people are always are going to say Fully Electric says he got his in late May, so maybe it was released in July and people didn't get it till May. I don't know. Max is always like with the news of the release, that's probably when the pump happened and everybody probably didn't get it till later because there were delays with Ice River. I don't know if you guys remember. Everybody was kind of complaining, where are these units? Where are these units? Where are these units? That went on for a couple months.
Oh, we were nervous that we were even real.
Right. Nobody knew that they were real until Panda got one. And then after Panda got one, so here, you want to know the real facts is go look at when Panda did his video on one and then go look at the market and see how they reacted. Because people will buy the coin because they know naturally when the product gets released, it's going to get pumped up, whether that's from the manufacturer or not. You can make tons of money on a product release for a project if you can time it correctly, if you know when it's going to come out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's just, you know, it's, let me just read the chat real quick. Hold on. There's a lot in chat. Holy cow.
New arrivals. Yeah, people tagged me a few times. Actually, to read this. Look at the price of the Gold Shell AL box. I don't know why I can't find it. I'll find it in a second though. Old Man Crypto said, "What do you think? Hold on. What do you think will come of the SEC closed door meeting Thursday? Rumor is it's about an XRP settlement. If the XRP comes to a close, what's the ripple effect on crypto?" Yeah, I like how you did that little pun intended. I was like trying to read it, like what the hell? I don't know. Honestly, ripples. I'm not into Ripple. Are you guys into Ripple? Anybody into Ripple?
He's talking about the case that
in
XRP
general
went through was big for crypto. It was kind of a stalemate case. They won some things but lost another. I don't know what the next phase is for that, but
I don't think like the reaction, there wasn't really a big reaction when the whole news was almost like when it was kind of done the first time. There wasn't really a big price reaction anyways, to be honest. It really didn't.
When they won the case,
wasn't a lot.
I mean, it went up
a couple cents. It wasn't a lot. I'm telling you, look at it. It wasn't a lot. I don't even know when it was, but I remember specifically being like, that didn't even move the market. Why? Like it moved like a couple cents maybe. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's really going to be that much of a big deal about it, to be honest. I don't know though.
Well, their case was very important.
Oh yeah, it was for sure.
It was very important for everything because if they can't come up with rules and by law, they're going to use case law as references, and that's what it was aiming to establish, and it didn't work. A judge ruled in their favor for a lot of important things related to crypto, but there was a lot of other things that they did wrong that the judge ruled in the plaintiff's favor, so in the government's favor. So I mean, we have to go read through the case. I don't remember everything in there, but it was a win some lose some situation with the XRP case. The stuff that XRP won was what was important. It had to do with selling securities and is this
all
a security,
the bullshit.
what's not. It kind of helped define it a little bit, but there's still a lot of talk about it right now. So
I think did gold. Can somebody else go on Gold Shell's website and see if they removed the price of
it's not on there.
Motherfucker, I'm like, am I losing my mind? Because I swear it was here.
Yeah,
this is all I can see. Every time I go to the Gold Shell AL boxes, it keeps putting me to a page with just all the info, and I think they removed it because of the Bitmain release. They removed the price.
AL box 1.
This is the 2, even the 1.
You can't even order it. It's not
neither
like if
of
you go
them.
To shop. It's not on there.
They're
well,
not,
the
I
box
go to new arrivals. They're not
No,
there.
they said they're trying to figure something out for next week.
Yeah, and then he actually, I was in talks with them. I'm supposed to be getting an AL box too.
I have the
so
AL
I'll
box
see,
for
but,
sale. It's on my price sheet.
What's the price of it?
Well, for me, for it's probably going to cost like around $2,000 if you buy it from me. You'd have to get it. You can get it cheaper from Gold Shell, but the AL Box 2 is already priced at like it's probably been like $3,650, $3,700. The AL Box 2.
Well, wasn't it advertised
There's
like
no way they'll sell them.
$6,000?
Like 6,300 when they came out with the price on
it
Twitter.
dropped overnight. 100%. Yeah, you can't compete. You can't compete.
No.
You're talking about 15.6 terahash.
1,300 you saw earlier, said Chris Hanley. Sorry, 1,549. Wow, really? That's stupid cheap compared to what it was. It was like $6,000.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's sad.
The smaller ASICs, the resellers, like the secondhand resellers, we don't do very well with the smaller stuff. The bigger stuff,
There's
we
no
do
margin,
very good
yeah.
on. There's I always tell everyone asks me, oh, hey Hawk, can you get me a KSO Ultra or whatever? And I'm like, guys, go through Ice River or hit up T Swift. They can get them a lot cheaper. I can't get them as cheap as some of these other guys. So it is, it kind of just is what it is with that. But I don't. That's why I don't even have them on the site. Like I won't even bother trying to sell them because it just doesn't make any sense.
Mine something. Do you want to be called Mine something or Mine some 10? I don't
Mine
know.
something.
I always call mine something. 10.
Everybody, when
I don't know.
Panda says Mine something, and I'm like, it annoys the shit out of me. I'm like, it says 10. This is Mine some 10.
No, it's mine something.
So like, I just want to ask him what he wants to be called. But he said RPM went over the VC and team unlock schedules. I went back and checked, and the previous unlocks did not have an immediate effect, but it did over time. Wow. Is he talking about lithium? I assume.
Who?
He said big unlocks coming soon. Check the schedule. Let me know if you're talking about lithium. I think you are. I think that's what he's talking
Fully
about.
Electric just messaged me. He said he purchased his KS Zeros before RPM did his video. I got 2 KS Aprils last April, but did not run them until May 1st. So there you go. Man, look what he paid for them. Holy shit. That's
It was like $2,000.
No, it was not. It was not $2,000. It was like, I don't know if he wants me to say. I don't know if he wants me
Who
to
cares?
say or not.
You know what they went for back then?
$3,500 for 2. It was pretty.
Oh yeah, I thought they were like $2,000 a piece. Yeah, so that's pretty close.
They were $2,000. I don't think they were that expensive.
That's yeah. They were. Oh no, they were like $17.99 or something crazy, right? $18.99.
I sold them. I sold them in November when the people couldn't get them, and all the resellers ended up buying them. The secondhand places in China ended up buying all of them. I'll look on my price sheet right now. Scroll all the way up to November 15th was my first order with terahashes. On the 17th, I sold the KS0 Pro for $638, and then the price went up. Let's see here. It kept going up. So 650 was another high one. 960 was a high one, and because then Caspa pumped a lot, and they were really, really, they were really good. And that was it. That was the last KSO Pro KSO that I sold was for 960. Yeah, that's crazy. Oof, man, that was wild. What a wild time, dude. A KS3M I sold brand new for $11,000. Damn. A KS3M. That is wild. So wild. The prices were outrageous when you kind of look at when they all came out.
What are they now? Like 3,000 for a
For a
KS3?
KS3M?
Mhm.
You can get a new KS. I don't even think we have any more for sale. I don't think they're for sale anymore. I don't think there's any more stock. I can check another one though. There wasn't a lot of stock last time I checked. Let's see. KS3M. Yeah, there's no more stock. They're all out. The KS5Ms and KS5Ls are getting pretty good, getting pretty competitive. But like even for me, like, and I'll be upfront with everybody, like a KSO Ultra for me with shipping is almost $300. That's my price, and then I got to tack on a little bit after that. So, it's not.
What are they from?
Ice River is like in the low 200s. You know what I mean? Like mid 200s.
With a power supply, and
With
then
the
plus
power
shipping,
supply, yeah.
plus tariff.
There's no tariff on anything under $800. So
I thought it was 6. It's 8 now.
It's 8. Yeah, I thought it was 6 too. It's 8 now. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. KS3L was 24,000. That's crazy.
Mr. Mine some 10. Where do I go
Definitely
for
got
that
your money.
schedule? Is this the right place? On
What
this
are you looking-
site
he's
somewhere?
looking
I've
for
never been on
Trump.
this site ever.
You can call me whatever you want as long as it's for a new spec coin.
Sent the lithium unlocks in Discord. Hold on. All right, let me pull it up then. Give me 1 second.
I'm concerned about a lot of the people that have Caspa Asics, man. I think that's. I think a lot of people should be more concerned about what's going on there with these delays with KRC20 and a bunch of other things. can Caspa sustain the you're going to need significant price discovery by this time next year. Like,
It already has for a year, bro.
Huh?
It's already been sustained for a year. It's got a $4.2 billion market cap. I don't think.
Right, but it's got to stay. It's got to stay there or go higher in order for the machines to remain profitable, because you're going to lose.
It's already been a year.
You're going to lose like 65-70% of the rewards by next year.
It's already been a year. It's already been sustaining and going higher.
You're not listening.
Yes, I did.
No, you're not. You're
It's
just
already
like
been
saying,
higher.
"Oh, it's been a year, so next year should be fine." But
no,
that's not how it's. That's not how it works.
But you're saying it needs to sustain. I said it already has been for a year, for a full year.
It's right, because it's hype. But will it last long enough for the machines to remain profitable while the emissions get cut down by 60%?
Well, I mean, it's been going down every month since they started coming out with these machines, right?
Yeah, but it's different because now it's getting more. It's going to be more aggressive moving forward.
Do that. This one.
It's going to be way more aggressive moving forward. So it's going to be like 18 cents will not carry Caspa if you lose 60% of the reward. A lot of the machines will go. A lot of machines won't be that profitable anymore.
But the hash rate difficulty will adjust, right? If people turn off.
I mean, you're gonna have a lot turn off though. By this time next year, you could be everyone, especially with Marathon thrown on, you could be at 750 to 1,000 to almost an exahash. Like, is it gonna adjust? If 100 petahash fell off at that level, it's still gonna be wrecked, man. You would need 50% of the hash rate to fall off. That's what I'm trying to say.
With the recent increase in hash rate on Caspa, has that changed their emission schedule at all? Or are they still on schedule? Because the last
here it is.
one is mined in like 2036, right? I mean, it's just it gets shorter and shorter every month. I get that, but like instead of 2140 when Bitcoin's done, this will be done in like 2036 or something, right?
2036, I think that. Well, someone
something like that.
So,
yeah.
But that's like this lowest fraction of a reward that'll be there.
Tiniest little stats.
It'll be like 0.00000001 Caspa. Like it won't even be worth it to mine.
For like a
it
whole
won't
month.
be worth it to mine in the next 2 years if they don't get price discovery.
Right.
That's all. That's just what. That's the reality of it. I'm not. When people go looking, they're spending.
It's still going to get mined though. People are still going to mine it, even if it's not profitable. People will mine it. We see it every day.
Yeah, not at a large level, I don't think.
Hawk's just a hater. He missed the boat. All right, let's move on. Let's see. We got this from Hobbyist. He actually sent this to me.
That even
Thank
mean?
you. That means you missed the fucking boat. Stay
That's
broke.
your tribal tattoo talking.
Stay broke,
That's
bitch.
What that is.
Stay broke, motherfucker.
Dude,
All right.
on that knife.
Please read our important message regarding the Avalon Nano 3 and the latest updates on security, firmware, and compensation below. Thank you for your continued support. The Canon team. Hobbyist sent me this. Let's see. Oh, why can I never zoom in on this? I have to open this in another tab. I do. Fuck. All right, let's see. Thank you for your continued support of Canon and the Avalon 3. Since its launch, the Avalon 3 has achieved impressive sales volumes and received a positive market response. The success has reinforced our confidence in contributing to the construction of the decentralized Bitcoin network. Earlier this month, some vigilant community members reported potential security issues with the Avalon Nano 3. Our technical department promptly analyzed and evaluated these concerns. Through comprehensive analysis, we discovered a vulnerability in some of the Nano's back-end web pages related to unverified login credentials. Malicious Trojan programs with the LAN could exploit this vulnerability to submit mining pool configuration information, and then it gives you a thing. Let's see. Via the post command, thereby stealing computing power. In response, we swiftly developed the necessary firmware updates and provided guidelines for using the Avalon Nano 3 in a secure network environment. After urgent development efforts, the latest firmware version and Avalon remote app were released on July 19th, 2024. We requested all Avalon and Nano 3 users to update their remote app to the latest version available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and use it to upgrade the firmware on all Nano 3 devices in their local area network. Weird. Does anybody have an Avalon Nano 3? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. That's strange.
I missed that boat too.
Yeah, me too. We could be broke on that one together.
Hey, for $100, I would have bought it, but
just not on
By the time
Caspa.
I was able to buy it, it was like $300 and something.
Chump, I pray that large bag of Caspa that you have, I hope it goes to $1 and then you can put some money away. I know that you have a large bag of Caspa, and it's the only reason why
I have a
you
large
wanted
bag
to
of a
get
lot of coins, actually, but
to pump.
Caspa is my third or fourth largest.
Is it just me, or is it ironic that the plumber is collecting coins?
I love it. I love it. I wish
Oh,
I had a
got
Mario
that.
coin
I
noise,
got
but I
that.
don't.
Yeah, I got that. I did
I'll
get
do
it.
that
It
one.
almost went over my head, but I caught it
good.
and I brought
That
it
was
over
good.
here.
That was
All right,
good.
what is
That was
this?
good. That was good. Yeah.
Oh, Fully Electric sent that to me too. Thank you, Fully Electric. The prices in Discord. Let me see. Does anybody have a nano?
Oh, sorry. He said Hawk correct. After 2 to 3 years from now, cast mining will be done for the little guys. Big boys only after that, kind of like BTC. Yeah. I mean, BTC if you could have 1 or 2 units, I mean, if it gets enough, a couple little guys could run it, but it's getting more and more expensive for BTC miners. Like even it's only going to go up from here. The S21 Pro right now I got for 4,700. It's probably one of the lower prices. But like the new S21 XP, a 270 terahash air cooled unit. I mean, the efficiency on that is wild. It's only going to be like 3,700 ish watts. That is insane. It's just so crazy from an efficiency standpoint. I think it'll go back a little bit down to the lower guys that want to run like, under 5 units. I think it'll be okay for them, but the big boys are going to make crazy money. Forget Alph. Where can I buy Bitmain stock? Bitmain's not an American company, but you can buy Avalon. KiiNG is actually traded on the NASDAQ, which I found out recently, which I thought was weird. But apparently they're American. Like they're based in Malaysia now, which looking at ASICs from an ASIC perspective, Avalon is a lot cheaper of an ASIC, but that's because they don't have to go through the loops and bounds that Bitmain does. They ship out of Malaysia. So there's no tariffs with them. Price per terahash, and I mean solely price, not efficiency, but price per terahash, nobody can beat the Avalon 1466 and 1566. Nobody can beat them. So talk about like low level entry to get into Bitcoin mining. What you would spend on 4 S21 Pros, you can get 8 Avalon 1466s almost. Like it's crazy, especially if you have cheap power and you don't have to worry about anything.
Well, the story here is make sure you update your firmware or your app on that KiiNG Avalon Nano 3 BS. Mine some 10 said the Caspa team is super confident transaction fees will carry the miners. I hope they aren't overconfident like Ergo with the difficulty adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a big oof on that end. Todd said, bought my KS0 back in November, direct from Ice River with BTC. No OCs, just starting to break even. Dude, hell yeah. That's awesome. Perfect. And it's just cake from there on out. Good for you. That's sick. Hot correct. 2 to 3 years from now, Caspa mining will be done for the little guys, big boys only after that, like BTC.
You must have
Very
ignored
true.
everything I said because I read that.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you usually just yapping because you like to overtalk everybody, so I just ignore you when you get like that. Let's see.
Clearly.
All right. Anything
if anything
else
was ever self-evident.
You what?
I said if anything was ever self-evident, you're
I
right.
just wanted to hear you repeat yourself. Sorry.
All right. I'm sorry. Was that you or your
I was expecting
for Dynex and Ergo. Ergo, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ergo will be big.
Dynex, maybe. Dynex is like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about Dynex?
Well,
Ergo will be big.
I mean, if you look at it, all the kind of the AI tokens are down.
He's not doing it.
They haven't been doing that great. DPIN, depending on where you are in DPIN, depends on how well the coin is doing. So it's kind of gone back to like the old guard. The old guard is doing well right now.
Well, think about it. I mean, when the OGs were down, all this new shit was up because people were bored and looking into what else was out there. The project themselves, nothing really changed about them. They're still as useful. Dynex, Flux, Render, Chlor. They're all just as useful as they were, in the bear market. But now, the OGs are back in town, and everybody's, going after the new shiny thing, the new alpha, the new Alph box, and the new, this miner and that miner, and they're chasing their tails. But these other projects are building, and they'll be at a point where their value. I still think that they're really undervalued. A lot of them, even Dynex. Like I don't understand Dynex all the way. I really don't. That's fucking complicated as shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's really, really undervalued for what it is.
Only 47 cents right now.
Yeah, I know.
Good buying opportunity.
It's been a really choppy. Look at this, real choppy waters. That's crazy. And like if Dynex is legit, I mean, I'm assuming they are. We haven't had any issues with them. They've been around for quite a while at this point. When did they come out? Actually, July. So about a year. Been about a year.
Go to Max. Go to the Max. You're on 1 year.
I was on the year.
There you go.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
they've been out
Sorry.
for a while.
Over a year. 2022. October 2022. My bad.
I was gonna say they came out about the time the Ethereum.
I don't know why I had a year. I thought it was on the Max. My bad.
Yeah.
October
only a year old.
2022. So this, like, they've been around for quite some time, and they're not like back where they started, right? Let's put it that way. It's been, I guess, I wouldn't say confident chart, but it's higher lows, right? I mean, we've had a bad bear market, let's put it that way, but I guess they're doing things in the background, man, and it's who knows? Anybody else? What do you guys think about Dynex?
Am I allowed to talk now?
Nope.
Okay.
Just talking to Max.
I don't really have any thoughts on Dynex right now, but other than that, I think it'll have its day again.
Yeah. Okay, Hawk.
I think they all will.
You sure?
It's your turn now. Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, you go.
Right now. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know shit about Dynex either.
What the fuck?
Other than what Yeti says. Although.
Fuck too and spit on that thing.
I love her.
Sorry,
Fully
hold
Electric.
on.
Thank
Before
you for the
talk, Hawk.
memberships, by the way. Thank you.
Go. Did you by any chance see that CapCut actually added a template with her saying that?
Did they really? Is it a pro
Like
feature?
a green
There was a
screen
bunch
template
of
with
them,
her in the
yeah.
foreground saying that?
Oh wow!
I was wondering why, like, a lot of people were on like Instagram and TikTok with all these Hawk Tua things and how they made them, and that's probably how they did it.
It makes sense now. It makes a lot more sense now. Dude, Fully Electric, you're awesome. Thank you for the 3 gifted memberships, dude. Appreciate you.
Pocket Change got one. Nice.
She did. Pocket Change, Todd, and Ted. Hell yeah. That's awesome. What do you what else were we talking about? Ergo. Hawk. Talk to us about Ergo. What do you think about that? Because I know you're bullish on it.
I try to look up things not subjectively because of how many coins I have and what I need it to do, and I kind of go in and
fuck. Listen to you.
I don't.
This motherfucker still throwing.
I hold 0 Caspa. I hold 0 Ergo. I can tell you I hold a lot of lithium, but that's it. I've had to sell a lot of stuff because I need to work for the company and invest, and I couldn't do everything. Speaking of company,
hey, it's been great seeing you guys all tonight. So, were you wrapping up?
Awkward laugh. King always does. Anyway, so
You're such a bad friend.
King always does this awkward laugh. He's just like,
well, I just kind of pulled him in the middle of a fucking conversation. So
I was thinking of drinking my beer, asshole.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, real beer too. See, look, we got the real
oh, it's
stuff.
Bush
Oh,
Light.
God.
Okay.
No, just Bush. Yo, hey, I got even better in the fridge. I didn't even know they even made these anymore. I found the Mickey grenades.
Who?
What?
What is it?
Mickey's, it's malt liquor. Goat knows what I'm talking
Oh
about.
my god!
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
I've never heard
Sick
of
crypto
malt
account.
liquor.
Are you talking about the Bush?
It's malt liquor.
King likes Bush. Yeah, I don't know. Don't you drink Natty Ice too, or something like? Don't you? I don't know why he likes all the cheap beer, right?
Hey, that's what real men drink.
You do. Everybody around here used to.
Hey, the best is
growing
Rainier.
up
Okay,
buying that shit.
You can't get better than Rainier. That's the best beer there is.
Can you show us a picture of your fridge, by the way? Because that thing's sick. If you guys, all right, you don't really have to show it. I'm just kidding. But dude, this picture of his fridge.
I will. I'm right. I'm in the dining room.
Yes,
Well,
show it. It's amazing.
There's not much in the house. There's not much in the house right now.
That's fine.
I still have to unpack shit.
Congratulations, by the way. King just got a brand new place.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. But you have to see this fridge. It's freaking amazing. It's cool as hell.
I didn't know they made fridges like this. Okay,
I had no
this has
idea.
been my whole life. I don't know. But yeah,
What's up with the fridge?
It's got canned.
It's got beer holders, man.
On the door. I was like, that is a badass fridge. That's so sick.
Yeah, dude, this place is awesome, man. I haven't had a basement since I was a kid, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, Arizona doesn't have basements, right?
No, they're slab. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Same thing in Florida too, right? Most of the houses are all
100%.
slabs. Yeah.
There's no. Yeah, no. I wish I have a small attic.
Is that
About
all
it.
down south? Like all like
Well, Florida, you
Bottom
can
half?
get basements because if you go 6 to 8 feet in some areas, you
Water.
hit
Water.
right?
My house is 8 feet above sea level. So, I mean, theoretically, I could put something small down there, maybe, but it wouldn't
Be sketchy during a
Yeah,
storm.
no, it's just not. It's
Yeah.
not practical.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, this is a small town in Missouri. I'm in the neighboring town of where the facility is going to be,
You gotta say it right.
and I'm renting from the landlord.
Missouri. How to say it up there?
Missouri.
Missouri.
Is that how you say it? Really?
I don't know.
Is
how
that
to
what
say
it is? Okay.
One
I
of you
don't know.
guys said it. One of you. I'm just kidding.
But-
It was a joke. Missouri's fine.
But
Yeah, Missouri.
but they're still kind of working on this place. They let me move in early. They're super nice people, right? There's like something wrong with the oven rack. It was like messed up, so she's like, "I'm just gonna throw it away, and I'm gonna go get you a new one." And they went to Lowe's and like, "Oh yeah, they don't have any." She's like, "We'll just take you guys all out to dinner to this really nice place that's down in downtown, in the area here, and we'll just take you guys out to eat." I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a landlord
Take
take
me out
me
to
out
eat.
to dinner.
Right. That's sick. That's cool.
I haven't
though.
had many landlords, right? Because I usually own my house, but it's just, yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, if you ever, you want to come over ride the horses, you want to go hunting, you want to go bass fishing on the boat, man, let me know, call me up, and I'm like,
Nice. Very
Oh,
cool.
damn.
this place, this place is awesome. Yeah,
That's
it's-
cool. Ted said, if I remember right, in Dade County, there's less than 100 houses with basements. I don't know
there's
what Dade.
not.
What's Dade County? Is that
I don't
Florida?
know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dade's in County. Yeah, Miami. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I would fair to say that I've never seen anybody with a basement in Florida. So
Gotcha.
I think northern Florida, maybe like towards the Panhandle, you get closer to Alabama, Georgia, maybe up there they might have some because of just the elevation is slightly higher. But down here in South Florida, I doubt it. They've had to build all the new houses at a certain level now, and like my whole house, like it's kind of hard to explain, but like my entire house is like on this like small slant like this, very small for like flooding. Like you wouldn't notice it, but if you put a marble at one end of my house, it'll roll all the way to the front door.
What?
It's on like this very small.
Really?
Yeah, and my driveway is like this, because I'm 8 feet up. So they do that for flooding. So I mean,
So everything gets out? That's weird, huh?
so it's not enough to where like you walk around and you notice it.
Right,
Or
right.
like you sit down or you lay in bed and
Right.
the walls like this, but it's just enough of a degree where the water will flow out.
That's what they
From one
told you
end to the
because the
house to
guy
the
wasn't
other.
drunk.
Yeah, I think
The guy that built it was just
as long
hammered.
as
Builder was
the
just a
doors
little
don't
off.
open themselves or close themselves, you're good.
Yeah.
That's-
They
Oh, that's great. That's funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic, but congrats to King. That's awesome. The whole Ergo thing. Sorry, Hawk. What were you saying about Ergo? I don't even.
No,
Where
I,
did that
just,
even
I
end?
think Ergo is a good project. They got, they got great developers. The Rosen Bridge thing is the first bridge that cannot be manipulated like the other ones that were scams, and they're offering rewards for it. I think that if you set up a, oh my God, I can't remember it's like somebody who verifies it, but they have a name for it on their end, and then there's someone who processes the transaction on the bridge. They're giving rewards for it, so. I really do think Ergo will be a good player. It's just, again, it's adoption and it's price discovery, right? So it's really what it comes down to. So
Somebody in the chat asked about Space Mesh. Is anybody into Space Mesh? Any of you guys? I think I joined their
is that
Discord.
that little,
but
is
I
that that
haven't paid
little
attention
like
to it.
device
Wow.
that, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh, dude, I honestly forget. I was. There wasn't a dude. There's only so much time for like all these coins. I can't focus on them. It is, I think, Hawk. Yeah, I think you're right.
I saw somebody that had one. I didn't know what it
I
was.
forget. I think it was Son of a Tech that was talking about Space Mesh a while ago. But man, it's so like. Is anybody here into it in the chat? Let me know.
Vinny
GPU
says,
plotting, I think.
Mine's it early, hot garbage, proof of space time. I don't have any idea.
What? So
about it.
kind of like Chia then?
I have 900 gigabytes on Space Mesh. Says Crypto Bedell. Okay.
That's
I don't know
that
anything
sounds,
So it's kinda
that
like
sounds
Chia?
like a yeah, it sounds like Chia to me.
It's like,
Is it a
it's
fork
like
of chia?
Oh, okay, yeah. Ert's head's like chia.
join the network. I'm trying to. Is this it? I think.
Oh, Jake Paul's
Start
got a fight
smashing.
tonight?
Is this it? I think. Windows, Mac, Linux. Install, run the app. Base mesh.
I didn't know Jake Paul had a fight tonight.
What? He's fighting tonight?
Yeah, a guy named Mike Perry.
I heard that actually. I didn't know. I thought it already happened though. I didn't know. Interesting. Is it live right now?
No. Well, yeah, it's on, but I'm sure he's like the later fight, like towards 11-ish. I don't know if he fought yet, but
I'm gonna be honest. He a little obnoxious, but he can fight. He can
no,
fight.
he's a good. What did Stallone say in that movie, Max? He goes, "You fight good, but I'm a good fighter." This is what it reminded me of when he was fighting Mike Tyson. Well, he's gonna fight Mike Tyson, I think, still.
Yeah, something happened with that. He got he got hurt or something, like Tyson. Like he did
that's-
something and he had to stop training or something. I forget.
I think they delayed it to November. I think.
F Chia. Chia is dead now after the last updates. Says Crypto Bedell. Wow, what happened? What happened a few weeks ago to Chia? Does anybody know? I've been so disconnected with all these coins. Chia, I've never cared about, to be honest.
Nope.
I don't know.
I got my bag on Chia and got out.
Yeah, you lucked out hard on that.
Yeah, I made a pretty good run on that.
You want
I
to
still
tell
got a
people
bunch
what
of
happened?
What's that?
Want to tell people what happened in case they don't know? You got did you
Oh,
hit a
yeah.
block or something? Like I forget. what you
Yeah, I
did.
hit a block like right after it got on exchanges. Like probably within the first month, it was on exchanges because it was out for several months, and everybody. I mean, the hash rate or the space time, whatever, on it got huge, like out of nowhere. Like a bunch of people put a bunch of storage on it, and I had 100 terabytes or something, and came back from the Ren Fair and fucking hit a solo block, and it was worth like $3,000. So I was like, cash it out. I'm good. And I kept it. I kept it on there, like doing solo for a while until and that was the only block I
Well,
ever
it's
hit.
cheap too to run. That's the only
Yeah,
kind
it
of
didn't
upside
really
to
cost
it. So
anything to run, and I just plugged it, let it sit in the corner and run, and then they started allowing for pools. Like at first they had pools available, but it was like this weird Chinese shit where you had to give somebody your wallet address and trust that they would put shit in there. It was weird. But then they actually started, pooling it, and I was making fucking pennies, so I just stopped. I was like, I made my money, I'm out.
Crypto Bedell said Chia removed most plots made by any third party. Like
No shit.
Bitcoin merch stuff like that. Those is
Like
that what
the
they're talking
Evergreen?
about? Evergreen. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I was gonna say Evergreen, but yeah, that's
Because that's what. Do you still have it there? Geek of all trades. Can you show it? Do you have it? No.
Yeah. I just did the giveaway yesterday.
You just gave away a brick. Congratulations.
Yeah. Come on. Over here. It's not tracking me anymore. Son of a bitch. Track that, you fucker.
I broke your camera. I'm sorry.
I
Maybe
put
get
that
out.
on
There
there.
you
we
go. Hey, so
There you go.
that's the Evergreen thing, right? But that's the Bitcoin merch version, right? Or
Yeah.
is
I
that the
have those
Chia
too.
logo? What is that logo?
Yes,
Or is that
that's-
I thought that was Evergreen for some reason.
No, that's the Evergreen logo.
That's what I
not
thought.
the Chia logo.
Evergreen, yeah.
Oh, so what are they like partnered with Evergreen for this Bitcoin merch? I assume.
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. They're
Did
just
they really?
resellers. They're distributors. So
Oh, the OG plots are fine, says Crypto Bedell.
yeah, but the new ones that are made by like Evergreen, right? Is that what he's talking about?
wow, man. That sucks because I know like Voss did a bunch of content for them, and
He got
like people bought a lot of stuff. People bought a lot of that crap, and like
Evergreen's moving to
let's-
AI now.
How would that make a difference? I mean, it's still space and time. It's still it's within the boundaries of their
Just
their
cheating, man.
consensus.
I wonder how they could tell it, like that it was created like specifically through from them. You know
She
what I
is
mean?
at $20.
Is that a
Oh,
lot?
I mean, when it launched,
I don't
it was
know.
like
Is
what,
it a
like
lot? Oh God, what the
50
fuck?
Yeah.
It was way up there.
It was
Yeah.
$1,500.
That's when I hit a
Yep.
solo block is 2 Chia. Well, 1.75 is what they pay out. 25
Chia.
goes back into
That's
the
amazing. Fucking
transaction fees.
$1,500.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
That's insane. And now it's 25. That's so crazy. That is crazy to me. That's crazy.
Where is that network upgrade? Like what's Chia reference.
Sorry, I'm laughing at my wife. I asked her if she fell upstairs because I heard a thump. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, the hell is that? I said, did you just fall? And she says, God just punished me. Mind over matter, fatty. Because she said, dude, I went downstairs. I'm downstairs. And you know how, like, you just get hungry in the middle of the night. You just, like, I don't know. It's, like, late. I'm, like, downstairs eating shit. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm hungry. Leave me alone. She's like, mind over matter, fatty. I was like, what the fuck? Like, she's just making fun of me. So she just said that in the chat. Oh, that was great. That's great. Yeah, be careful. Hopefully you didn't hurt yourself. I was wondering what the hell that was, though. I was like, what the hell is that thud? I didn't think anyone was in the kitchen. Let's see. Read my comment up there. I tried to tag Goat. Let's see. Crypto Bedell. What did he say? Missed it. Hold on. I'm looking.
Chia removed most plots made by third party. That's the only thing I see.
Me too. Oh, you know what, dude? I can just freaking click on the 3 dots and go channel activity. Duh. Mad Max plotter, no SSD plotter. Is that what he's talking about? OG plots are fine.
I don't know. I didn't use the Mad Max plotter. That was about the time I got out of it because I was just plotting with the NVMe. Had a big, I think it was a 2 terabyte NVMe that you would plot on and then move it over to your farming rig, and it would just sit there and like Chia was literally like a lottery ticket, like even more of a lottery ticket than a Bitcoin miner is. Like the fucking Chia network would like pull a fucking string of numbers out of a hat, and if you have that string of numbers, you fucking win the lottery.
Weird.
Yeah. But it's a good payday. I'm not complaining.
My wife said she smashed her toe on the black chair getting ice cream. All right, makes sense.
See?
Great.
Karma.
Mind
That's
over matter,
karma
fatty.
right there.
Yeah,
It is.
making fun of me. Don't feel bad. I fried up a beef burger with burger sauce and cheese, says Game with Smokey Dan. Gross.
What the fuck is that?
That sounds awful.
Burger sauce.
That sounds like a heart attack.
Burger sauce.
Clogged arteries.
Burger sauce, just grease.
Yeah, just drink it, bro. Just drink the grease. Screw it.
Burger shot.
So gross.
Anyways, does anybody else have any questions in the chat? Please feel free to ask. King, what have you been up to today? Just moving around. That's pretty much it.
So like my day's been really long. I woke up and started driving at 3 a.m.
Jesus.
Because driving a Tesla across the country is
How many
awful.
miles? How many miles you drive?
I didn't start keeping track, but just I know how many hours I drove to get here.
Well, what's the range on your Tesla?
It was. I have the long range Model Y, so
Is it
it says it's 330, but it's really not that. It's
Okay.
less than 330, but I drove 12 hours the first day. I drove 15 hours the next day, and then I drove another 9 hours today to get to where I need to be.
Oh my god!
I could have done this run in my truck in like maybe 60% of the time. You know what I mean? Because you can go a more direct route where I have to like actually go
where the charge
superchargers
stations are, right?
And
I didn't think of that.
And check this out: the superchargers aren't like spaced out like evenly, right? It's like you might go like 80 miles, need a charge to go like 200 miles, and then charge again.
Oh,
right?
that sucks ass. So you got to prepare. Oh,
Well, but it's
Yeah, you got to map out your. Yeah, you got
No.
It'll map.
No,
it'll
no,
map it out for you.
It'll
right?
do that. I just say
Yeah.
I say I wanted to go here, and it'll map it, right? But the thing is, though, is the charging frequencies aren't like for maximum. You know what I mean? Like drivability. You know what I mean? Because there's only in certain spots. And the other thing is, you have to account for charge time.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'd say I did 80 miles. That's not that much. Okay, maybe 20 minutes to get back up. No problem. Okay, I drive like a couple hundred. I'm going to sit there for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? And just sit there.
weird.
So it takes a long time to drive long distances with Tesla.
Hey, man, I never understood that. And I mean, I guess I get it from a business perspective, why you would build that kind of infrastructure and, charge, by wire. But there's EV companies over in China where you literally pull into a garage and robots take it from there. They jack your car up, they pull out your old battery, put a new one in, jack you down, you're gone. Fucking 5 minutes in and out. Faster than pumping up gas. And you pay like $100 a month or $200 a month, and it's battery as a service. and you just wherever these places are, instead of
Really?
like sitting there and waiting to charge the battery that's permanently in your car, they pull it out and put a new one in, and off you go.
I don't
How
think
do they
that
do
would
that,
be big in
though?
America, though.
They have them in China. They've
Aren't
had
they
them for
under the
years.
seat,
Well,
like built under the seats in the car? Like how?
Yeah, it's the whole,
Really?
it's the whole
Batteries are
bottom of the
built
car.
on the bottom frame of the
So they can
car,
just
which
unbolt
gives
it?
it a very low center of
Well,
gravity.
so for Teslas, they're like that. Like some of the other EVs and the hybrids, they're just a long, bunch of cells put together, maybe under the back seat or in between the back seat and the trunk. Or I think the first Teslas had it down the powertrain hump because there was really no powertrain because the motors were, you know what I mean, at the wheels. So that's where the batteries were lined up on the first ones. But now it's just one big sheet under the vehicle, right?
Right.
So they can put them wherever they want to put them, and if it's interchangeable, it doesn't have to be long range. It can be a little box in the trunk or whatever, and they can just pull it out and put another one in, and move on.
I could foresee so many problems with that system that, and I'm not saying I'm just not saying you're wrong, Goat. What I'm saying is that like it may work in like areas of China where the population is really a lot and people have to get around, and maybe they can control it in certain pockets. But if you think about it from this perspective, is let's just say I go pull up to this place, right? And they swap my battery out, right? And then let's just say while I was driving in that battery, something happened internal in the battery. You put it in your car, it starts a fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From a property perspective, it would be a friggin' nightmare. Like, and I think that's a good idea. I think what we need though is, and it's coming. I think the next generation of Tesla cars or electric cars in the country would be over 500. Is you just need longer range. If KiiNG's Tesla could clear 500 miles on a full charge,
that'd be good. That'd be good.
it would be
Yeah,
equivalent
but it's still
to a
going to take
gas
that much
vehicle.
longer to charge.
It's going to take that much longer to charge, and the
no.
battery degrades. So if you keep using the same battery over and over again, your charge full capacity gets shorter and shorter over time.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Just as a person who's owned an electric car, I can tell you that there are still 2013 Teslas on the road today with less than 10% battery degradation, and we're talking about almost 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I like both. I like gas cars. I like electric cars. I just like vehicles. I like tech, right? So I'm just that guy. I'm not on one side or the other. I have a mild hybrid BMW. So it's like, but where it's going to come from are two things. One, the battery tech has to improve the solid state in order to cut charging time by at least half.
I forgot about that.
Now, if you charge a solid state battery, there's no liquid in there that the ions have to pass through. That's what takes a lot of time to charge your batteries, that they have to go through that liquid. That's why battery charging takes a long time and it heats up, because it causes friction inside the liquid. Mm-hmm. If you go solid state, you could charge a battery in a fraction of the time and you could probably go longer. But solid state battery technology has yet to evolve to that scale, and it will eventually. But once that happens, Teslas and electric cars could go up to 1,000 miles on a full charge and maybe only take 10 or 15 minutes to charge.
It's funny you mentioned that, because Undecided, one of the channels I watch, actually just had a video on solid state saying that there's, I don't know, been a breakthrough or it's coming like super soon or something.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet. Did you watch it?
Not that one, but I heard about the carbon. They're going to be using carbon nanotubes in batteries, and that's going to make a huge breakthrough thing.
Okay.
I really am not reading your comment. I apologize, because I want a Tesla. I don't want to steer my wife away from it. Rob said, Jump, I'm looking at either investing in the S21 Pro or the S21 XP.
What's up, Rob?
When it's released, or should I look at doing other altcoins for the time being? He said Terra will be doing my hosting. So Hawk.
Yeah, so Rob is a guy that I've been talking to, and this is good to get the panel discussion. Yeah. Me and him have been going back and forth. He wants to get into mining, but he's trying to figure out what would be the best, ASIC to buy to start. What is this, Max? A blurry picture of Founders Edition boxes.
Did your wife get more cards?
That's 3 years ago today.
That was 3 years ago?
Wow.
3 years ago.
We have no lives. That is still the baddest thing that's ever happened in my life.
You're not wrong.
Real quick, can I respond to the comment of the car going up in flames thing?
Yeah, but
a lot of the
we'll go back to the S21 thing.
Yeah, then we'll hit the S21 thing. A lot of the people who've had their cars go up miraculously in flames Okay, so the one guy that reported it and it made nationwide news actually got arrested because he punctured his battery in an attempt to drive the stock price down. So that was a complete manipulation tactic. He had a Plaid actually that went up in flames. There was only one Tesla that actually had a fault battery that went up in flames that Tesla actually went to the junkyard and took and fixed the issues. Here's the thing, what I'm going to say. On average, for like, if you look at, like, I think BMW, I know BMW is like 1 in every 30 cars usually has a problem, right? You know, Tesla, if you look at Tesla's fault rate,
it's way
like
less.
1 in 40, 1 in 50.
Right.
It's way less. Like Honda is like in the 30s and 40s. It's way less. I think Honda's in the probably higher 40s, but you have to look at it. Tesla vehicles are actually very safe, but anything with a new technology is going to have problems. You know, if you look back in history, how many cars that were gas vehicles went up in flames because of fuel line eruptions or there was something wrong? I mean, it's the battery tech is not bad. It is safe. A lot of that stuff on the internet was fake. So, you know, just, you got to kind of, I'm not saying you guys are lying or don't know what you're talking about in chat. What I'm saying is you got to kind of read between the lines a little bit. A couple people put those things on fire because of stock price. And you got to remember that in the corporate world, a lot of these competitors will buy a car, you know, under someone else's name, set it ablaze just so they can sell their car. I mean, it happens all the time. So you really have to, you know,
manipulation.
I'm not a climate junkie. I'm not one of those guys. I don't believe in the whole bullshit hoax. I don't believe in the climate change bullshit. I don't believe in none of that. What I do believe in is that people do false shit to other people.
Right.
And I think a lot of that had to do with it. I think there were a couple cars that were bad. It happens, and unfortunate accidents do happen, but it's still, the Model 3 is still the best selling car in the world next to the BMW 3 Series. So if you go look that up, it is true.
Hey, Goat, I think we just found somebody who's older than both of us. Crypto 440, as he referred to Pintos and the problem that they had.
All right, I want to get back to that S21 question. Either the XP or the Pro, or do you guys think he should go to a different altcoin for the time being? What would your guys' decision be? Would you purchase an S21 Pro or an S21 XP when it's released, or should he go at other altcoins?
Well, I was actually talking to Hawk about this a few days ago. Actually, I was actually gonna go with two S21 Pros originally, right? That's what I was originally gonna go with, and then I had I don't know. I guess I was probably drinking, but I was thinking, hey, let's get two KS5Ls.
That's probably drinking,
right?
So
but you want to know what I ended up buying?
Wait, what's the Pro? Is this?
No, that's not.
No.
Go up one to the right. Right
there, 234. He just didn't label
I have
it
to put Pro on
okay.
on that title,
all right, I thought I was
Let
at the
me
right
fix
one,
that.
but I wasn't sure. Okay.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's my mistake. Let me fix that. I'll fix that right
So-
now while we're live, because that's supposed
So,
to say.
I was
it's supposed to
originally
say
doing
S21
that.
Pro.
I've looked at the XP. I looked at the KS5L. Actually, I ended up finding 2 used KS3Ms that needed some repaste work, and one has a bad hashboard I'm going to send away, but I got them for a really good price. That's what I ended up going with, was something I could fix that I got for a pretty reasonable price. So it depends what your goals are. If you're able, look, the altcoin machines are going to make you more right now. But if you're patient, the Bitcoin machine will pay dividends long term, right? So it depends on what your strategy is and long-term goals and how long do you want to hold the machine for. Like the S21 Pro and the XP are going to be good machines that you could probably keep for like 3 to 4 years before you need to cycle them out again.
Yeah.
So it would be a good time to buy them right now because
They're pretty
they
cheap,
are,
to be honest.
they're pretty cheap compared to like that XP. I bet you will go over $20,000 in the bull run.
Oh, 100%.
I guarantee
You can refresh. I fixed it. But the XP, the S21 XP is probably the best bang for your buck as far as efficiency goes. But then again, like
to
real quick,
234. Yeah, so I mean,
the 270, the XP, the 270. That's
I was just saying
wild.
the difference so people knew 234 to 270 terahashes.
Right. The
on the XP.
234 is a great machine. I posted a short actually yesterday with one of them, and you can clearly see the difference in size on the machines. Better than that one picture, Max. This was a video. Okay, I had the guys in Wyoming send me a video, and I went ahead and posted it. And they do tell me that it looks better built. It seems to be a better generation. They fixed a lot of the issues, but this, I mean, you can't beat this from
What's
an
that plug?
efficiency standpoint.
The plug different?
Yeah. That's the
that's
new
a weird plug.
P13, I think it's called.
That's a proprietary plug for this machine.
So you see how there's 4 mini
No,
plugs in there?
it's for the S. It says that's for the S21 and S21 Pro and the XP, and I think doesn't the L9 have a picture of it on there?
L9, the L9 will have
L9,
that too. Yes. So
Yeah.
Weird.
inside that
Yeah.
plug, Chump, there's 4 smaller plugs, right? And actually, you're only using 3 out of those 4. So that design is actually future proof for maybe the next generation over. That could probably push it could push a lot of power through it. But
That's cool.
yeah, no, it is. The new plug is actually it's very interesting, but it kind of just depends.
What's your guys' take on it? What were you thinking, Max? Would you go for a Bitcoin miner, or would you think of like a L9 or something else? See, the only problem with the L9s is double the price. But
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to look. I haven't really looked at it because I don't know.
I'll show you.
Do it. But I don't know. I would definitely probably go more towards the L9, just because not everybody is going that direction.
Oh god, your
And
mic
it's
is cutting
been
out
proven.
hard. By the way,
He's got his
It's what?
the gate on your mic's acting up again. Or are you not close enough to it? The I've had a few pre-orders on the L9 already. I think it'll be a great machine.
oh for sure.
If they live up to the reputation that the L7 had, this will be a solid machine moving forward.
Yeah.
The price has stayed pretty stable. It hasn't really moved much from 11 grand. But Hawk Altair lets you pre-order. Yeah, you can pre-order here too.
This thing had-
I can pre-order.
Just need to
But
look it up.
Altair Tech's a great reseller too, guys. I've worked with Altair Tech. We've done giveaways together for Disrupt. If I don't really talk about other resellers too much, but Altair Tech has been very open and honest with
I muted him for you guys.
credit cards, though. What?
Nothing.
Why'd you mute my mic, bro? What's wrong with you?
Listen, terahashes. All right, terahashes. You guys are interested in ASICs?
Todd Tebow, I do not need a Casper miner.
But yeah, no,
Well,
that's.
well,
I don't know. Go ahead, King.
Unless somebody wants to send me one,
I was
free,
gonna say-
then I'll have one. But
I'm just thinking like, okay, look. So I mean, I'll be transparent. I paid $3 grand for 2 KS3Ms, right? I'm thinking
Nice.
I'm gonna do pretty well.
Oh wait, you
Right.
did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I bought them and I repasted three boards on one of them, and then the other one has a faulty board. I'm gonna see what happens when I repaste it, though. I just want to see if the other chips come back or not. I was curious.
Mm.
So
Can that run with 2
that's
boards?
not. Yeah, it can. But man, like you need to really watch these things in a open air facility, right? Because obviously we can't hook up like the fruition stuff and run all these AC infinity fans to all these things. So
Yeah.
the ice rivers have been very challenging for us. You definitely have to pay attention to them a lot more than like an S19K or something like that. But I'm curious to see. I paid 3K, and I'm curious to see. I did the math, you know what I mean, and that's obviously with the emissions not going down. But roughly, if I could keep them up and they don't break more, right? Because these have had problems before. I should be able to probably break even. My math is right in about like 120-ish days.
Wow.
So
A really good deal. Yeah.
but that's assuming that I can get the other one to work well. If not, I'll be probably take a little bit longer. But I think the altcoins. I mean, what's your goal? Is your goal to get Caspa, or is your goal to get Bitcoin, or to get other coins? Like,
Right.
What's the reason behind buying the S21? Is it just because you want Bitcoin? Because I mean, as far as you could just mine an ice hash and just get Bitcoin, and you'll get more Bitcoin buying a Casper ASIC, right? So I mean, why wouldn't you do that? So I guess it
King,
depends on your goals.
So I spoke to Rob on the phone a lot, and I don't think it's stemming from a coin perspective. He's more inquiring from a risk perspective. It's not so much about how much the unit is per se, as much as what's the risk. So like I put Casper at the highest risk, right? I put BTC at the lowest risk. And right in the middle, I put LTC and Doge, really, when it comes to like the L9. I kind of put that in the middle, although it's been more leaning towards Bitcoin in level of risk. Would you guys agree with that, or would you disagree with that?
I would only disagree a little bit.
Well, go ahead. Why?
Well, because I mean, now you have so much more hash rate coming online from companies like Alpha Packs coming out now. You know what I mean? You have I know Locotech's not there yet, okay, but let's just say it does happen in whatever quarter they decide to come out in, okay. Then you got those guys. You got all the little mini, shit boxes out there. I'm just saying that there's a lot of competition in Litecoin, right? Especially between alpha packs. Like I seen their thing was supposed to be like 2 terahash is what Mikhail did the math on for the hydro unit.
Yeah.
They start launching stuff like that, dude. K, your L7s you're not looking good, right? And same with your L9s are not looking good. So I'm concerned with the competition in Litecoin right now, right? That's my concern. And people are like, oh well, it'll mine that new bells. I mean, that thing ain't worth anything right now. So that's like really trivial, right? That doesn't really matter. It's all about the Doge and the Litecoin. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation. I mean, because ASIC mining in itself, in the next 5 years, we're going to see large farms move to hydro. Hydro is going to be like the new thing. It's not new, but more farms are going to be moving to more closed loop systems, and we can kind of see this transition already. Because even at Mining Disrupt, there were no containers there except digital shovels that were air cooled. Giga had their immersion. Fog hashing had the immersion one. What was it called? IntelliFlex had a giant immersion one. Everything's immersion and hydro, and that's just where it's going.
I wonder if it's because of like noise ordinances. They're starting to like prepare for that stuff. Because you know what I mean? Like, what else are they going to get Bitcoin mining facilities on besides like
density.
Noise? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then density too. Yeah, like you need to be able to pack more shit in a 5-pound bag.
Density and
like,
efficiency.
But from the new rack system that Bitmain's releasing, it's the 4 hydro units, the closed loop systems. We're gonna see a lot of people are gonna move towards these things for BTC mining because it packs a punch. It's efficient, and even right now, you plug that thing in, you're making a couple thousand a month. So I mean, it's insane. Like it's just people are gonna move to hydro, especially for BTC mining. I think air cooled. What was it, King? You said Crypto Craig actually had a good comment on this, that he thinks that it's like 70-30 now, and he thinks it's gonna switch in the next 5 years. I think Max was there.
10% each year is what I was hearing.
Yeah, 10%.
So it'll be 60-40 next year. Next year will be 50-50, and then the following year it'll be 60-40 the other direction.
Right. I think it'll be that way. I think it's where we're going.
But I think that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that trend mostly applies to self-mining companies, right? That can afford the infrastructure and do self-mining and buy like an entire few $1 million container full of these things, right? I don't think that this is gonna apply to regular miners or anything like that. I don't know. I think it's gonna be big right now, just with big companies doing self-mining is what it's gonna be.
I think the hydro. Oh, go ahead, Chump.
What do you think? Geek, I want to finish the conversation real quick about that S21 or whatever. What was your take on that, Geek of All Trades? What would you do? Would you buy one of the newer Bitcoin machines, or would you go towards one of the altcoin machines?
How many? If you're looking at it as a
for one,
risk,
I think.
Yeah, if it's just one, I mean, it's nobody ever gets fired buying Bitcoin machines. Just like nobody ever gets fired buying Cisco. Like it's tried and true. It's not going anywhere. But
yeah, that's a good point.
You're gonna for just one machine, you'll get more rewards with an altcoin, even if it's a brick in a year. it'll pay itself off, give you a little bit more. You can resell it when fair degree index is way up there. But if you're buying, a container full, I would go Bitcoin.
Right. Yeah,
and
I
with
agree.
on the hydro side, the good thing that I feel is going to be beneficial for some of these large farms is just like traditional data center infrastructure. Like the rack is already there, the networking is already there, the switching is already there. All they do is pull out the old server, put the new one in. It's going to be the same kind of thing with these hydro miners. They pull out the new one, they put or pull out the old one, put the new one in, connect a couple of connectors, and turn the thing on. It's
right.
They're paying up front for all this infrastructure that'll carry themselves on in the next decade.
I really do think that the hydro stuff, the closed loop systems, I even think it'll do better than immersion. Immersion's a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
like it's a lot of work to do immersion, and I think the closed loop systems is a home run for like Micro BT, WhatsMiner. They've had a line of immersion hydro units for a long time now, and they're like they're rated to go into a 42U rack. So like it's they're rack mountable. They're good to go. A lot of the BTC ones are, a lot of the Bitmain ones are not rack mountable. So a lot of people with that current infrastructure is just going to make some adjustments. Right. And I think it's going to be pretty cool to see what happens with Bitcoin mining. But I mean, it's at least 4 to 5 years away. So before we really make that huge transition over, there are farms with thousands and thousands of machines. And just being honest here, let's look short term. If Bitcoin goes 80, 90K, those little 80, 90 terahash miners that you can get for a couple $100 will even do, maybe $5 a day or something.
No, they'll be negative. Don't listen to them. The hell are you giving away my secrets for?
He's got a plan.
Can't tell your friends anything.
On these, what I would do is like, if I was looking at Bitcoin miners right now or altcoins, if I was going to do anything, I would first do some homework on which altcoin you want, right? And if you're gonna go lean more towards the altcoins, I would personally invest in the coin right now. I wouldn't buy the machine. That's just me personally. It doesn't matter which coin it is. I would invest in the coin because most of the coins are going to 2-3x at least, right? Bitcoin probably a 2x. You'd be more able to make your money back with the Bitcoin miner long term, but you'd make more, I think, if you just invested in the altcoin. That's my opinion.
I was explaining this to Rob on the phone because it's very hard from like a hosting company and ASIC sales perspective to give financial advice. What would I do is not financial advice. So when you purchase these machines, I've explained this a couple times where like you need to buy low, you mine on it all the way to the top or what you think at the top is, then you sell the machine, right? And you could, if you buy a machine for $5,000 now, even a used machine, if Bitcoin gets really profitable over 100K, that $5,000 machine, even used, could sell for 10. You know what I mean? Because they'll be that profitable. That's when you're supposed to exit from a smaller scale.
But people like me and Panda that have friggin' hoarding problems, it's very hard to sell those units or anything for that matter.
But even Panda will know that with ASICs, and especially Bitcoin ASICs, it's knowing when to get in and it's knowing when to get out.
Right.
Because it's a wave.
Right, 100%.
You know what I mean? So
I just think it's lesser of a risk. If you're really on the fence and you don't know about the altcoin thing, and like I said, buying the coin, I think it's less a risk because then you don't have that nut to swallow every month as well, paying the electric bill. So that's something else you got to expect to pay. So kind of do the math on it. What makes more sense for you? If you're gonna go with the machine, make sure you can pay for it every single month and not worry about it because you're gonna be hosting it, right? You're gonna have a contract. You gotta pay for it for at least a year, right? Is that what you do, Hawk? Over at Terra? Is it a year contract?
The contract's a year, but if it's circumstantial,
right?
If
so
somebody
it's different
wants
for
to
every
get out,
person.
they need to get out for financial hardships or whatever. We make considerations for certain situations.
It's just all those things. Like you just got to take everything into consideration. But personally, if you're gonna lean towards an altcoin, I would just purchase the coin. That's just my opinion. Market's like perfect like point right now.
In the bear market, there's it's rough, especially for some of the GPU miners that wanted to exit. And we had a guy that sold his farm. He's like, I just don't want a GPU mine anymore. I'm done. And I was like, all right, cool. He ended up selling the farm to Brandon Coin, and I just canceled this contract. What am I gonna do? Like the guy's already like lost tons of money. I'm not gonna go hit him over the head and just, all right, cool, man, no problem. Like It's completely circumstantial. I mean,
Right.
But
Well,
typically
at
it's
the end of
1
the day,
year.
we're
And
all
if you want to
human.
cancel it, you have to let me know at 60 days prior to the contract is over. After 1 year, it's just perpetual, month to month until you want to leave. So
Well, that's cool though.
Yeah.
At least you do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did the what's his name? What was his name? Rob. Did he say why he wanted to get into mining, or like what's his strategy behind it? Because I mean, personally speaking, one BTC miner is.
Yeah.
I want to get in it just for one. That's not really worth it at that point. I mean, I have almost 30, and I don't think it's.
You have almost
think
30.
that's-
Is
I
that what you
think
just said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You have
He's got his
almost-
19
I thought-
Ks.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
I
awesome.
sold some of my GP farm, and then I made some good,
That's insane.
trades here and there.
Good
Yeah,
for
I
you.
got
That's
20,
awesome.
26 altogether. They're currently off right now. So that's the bad thing about having the smaller units right now, is that the bigger units came out, and now with the having that, it's making it more difficult, right? So now we gotta wait for price appreciation.
Right.
That's what I was asking. Like, is he just trying to buy a miner just to get into it? Is that his?
He wants to get into it. It's and he asked me, he's like, maybe I'll start with one, see how it goes, and maybe move on and move forward. I mean, he's new to the whole thing, so I didn't recommend buying 10 to start. So at least with one, you can, with one unit, hey, you could try it out, and then if it doesn't work for you, maybe you could sell it, recoup some of the money, and you're not missing any meals. You go buy 10, you spend 50 grand, it's a little different story for most people. So I mean, it's and another thing for him too is that he lives in Hawaii, and there's the exchange platforms and stuff are not allowed over there, and so it also has a lot to do with what coins he can move around, and there was a couple different considerations, but he really wanted to get into it. And like I said, and this is why we talk about it and say, Rob, if you ask all 5 of us our opinion, you're going to get 5 different answers, and it's just it's based on everybody's experience and who they are, and it's just, if I can tell you right now, if you buy, let's say you buy one, right, and Bitcoin goes up to 80, 90K, that machine's going to be, it's an asset, it has value, then it'll increase. But it's to go the other way around too. If Bitcoin goes back down to 40 and stuff, you'll that machine's going to be red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and then it's like you're paying to. So like how? I mean, you still got to pay the bill, right? You still got to run the machine. You still got to pay the bill.
Yeah, the bill still has to be paid. Unfortunately, it's just whether they're making money or not, and that's where a lot of people, when it comes to hosting, it's just
you getting burnt. Twice.
That sucks, they get burnt. Now we do have the ability to turn off machines and put them in a storage, but the storage fees are increasing because we're moving to the new facility and there's other things there. So it's almost as you have to pay for storage either. So it's it's kind of it's up and down. It just depends on what you got to do. That's why you really, really got to take time before you consider jumping into this game, because Fully Electric, I use him as a pure example. He gets in early on projects. He takes a shot because
he's
even
a G.
if he minds it,
he's a G.
Yeah, he gets in early. He says, all right, new project, new product coming out, I'm going to get in early, and the price is going to pump. I'm going to get this machine, I'll sell it, and then if I make my money back, great. And then everything after that is cake. Like Greater Good Mining is another pure example of this. But the guy he did extremely well. He got in early on Alph Asics and just kept investing. He invested over 100 grand. Like he got in heavy. You know what I mean? And
Mr. Rob in the chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. He said, I live in Hawaii. Exchange platforms aren't really allowed, can only use Kraken. So what I would do, get a Tangem and just load it with USDT, and you can swap your crypto right inside the wallet. You can purchase pretty much anything you want. It is literally amazing, and it's like the cheapest damn wallet. You can use any one of our codes. I don't care whose you use. I do have one pinned at the top of the comments. The live chat. But dude, it's like, I love the wallet. I use it every single day. You use it with your phone. You just scan it, and there's plenty of videos out there about it. It's awesome. I love that wallet, and it's cheap to swap too. But yeah, I think you need just a Tron and USDT for some of the stuff, and then you can, other stuff, ERC20 tokens if you want to do that. You just need Ethereum or whatever. All right, so let's see. Any last questions before we get out of here? Unless you guys have anything you want to add to this? We're going for about an hour and 40 minutes at this point.
Well, I actually had one more thing. I had a couple people ask me, "Hey, how is it going paying off those 4090s?" And still doing well. I'm making like on just the vast portion of what I still have on there is making like $50 a day. So, and salad's kind of up and down, but generally
$50 a
averaging
day.
somewhere around $20 a day.
Damn.
Yeah, $50 a day.
So is it what? Actually, you don't have to tell us that, man. Let's just say what is your like payments on the cards? Is they expensive every month? Like how did they do
No,
it?
it's due after a year, and some of them are after 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So, and actually some of them were like 6 months. I've got 1 6-month one coming due in August.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right,
but
cool.
then
At
the
least they're
other
paying
ones
for
are all
themselves.
the other ones are all
Nice.
due in like December.
I'm just glad you didn't get in a
November,
hole over that.
No.
You were making me nervous for a bit though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, Max, dude, you got the bug, man.
But again,
every
here's
day
the
you were
thing.
coming home with
If-
a new 40.
If the payment came up, think about what could I sell the cards for?
Right.
Minimum 1,200. I mean, I'm
Right.
talking low end.
You could at least get your
1,200
money
easy.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I get my money back. I've made way more than that.
Right.
So
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Oh yeah. Zarkov, tell your boy we said hello. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Use Simple Swap or XEgg, no KYC. Yeah, you can do that too. Simple Swap works good. Sometimes like certain coins get hung up for a while though. Actually, you know what? That goes for pretty much everything, even if you're going to do it through Tangem. If you're buying like Bitcoin, like, you know, you transfer some money into Bitcoin, it's going to take you like an hour to get it, half hour, depending on how fast it goes, right? So just give it time. When you do it for the first time, if you do a swap, it takes a little bit of time, might make you nervous, but you don't have to like input any wallet addresses. There's no issue. Max, you are so mature, you're killing me. Just
no, I was laughing at the chat. I was laughing at the chat. Lukewarm Miner said, "What's up, cuties?"
Oh, I was like, the first time you do it might take a little longer and you're like smirking over there. I'm like, Max, damn it, you and your maturity. Anyways, but no, for real, you might get nervous when the coins don't like show right up in your wallet. It takes a little bit of time, so just, I don't know, whatever.
Did anybody see, just, I don't know if we talked about it, but Ice River is going to launch an Lithium ASIC very soon.
They don't,
So
Monday they're launching it?
Yeah,
Is
they
it
announced
Monday?
it Monday.
Is that on? I
Yeah.
just Geek of all trades, this X thing is fucking
Monday.
I want to
watch that
what does
before I leave.
everybody think it'll be? So I know Bitmain has the resources to come out with something a lot more higher in hash rate. So I think the Ice River unit's going to hover right around 8 to 10 terahash. What does everybody think it's going to be? I'm saying 8 terahash. I think it's going to be 8.
What was the gold shell one? The new one? 7?
That's not even a
Like 600
gigahash.
wasn't it?
Sorry, or no,
Or-
8 terahash. The gold shell wasn't even what is it, 760 or 360 gigahash? I think the first gold shell was
I
360.
think it's 20. I think it's like 720.
720 is the second one.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Yeah. You think it's gonna be that high, Hawk?
I think it'll be 8 terahash. Yeah, I think it'll be
Really?
I think it'll be around 8 terahash. Yeah,
Wow.
around 8 terahash. Because if you think about it, look at the math, right? The KS5 Pro is 21 terahash. The KS5L and KS5M are 12 and 15. So I'm just kind of using just like
The range there.
yeah, I'm
what
just
they
kind of
did
using
there.
a little bit of what past behavior so far. So I'm thinking it's going to be, a lot of people think Black Sales thinks it's going to be 20. Zarkov thinks it's going to be 12.
1 terahash home miner.
Financial Farrier thinks it'll be 10.
Think of it this way, though. Did they intentionally wait until Bitmain came out with theirs, having multiple software loads that they could put on it, and they're just going to overclock the damn thing right out of the gate so that they can be better, be a higher hash rate? Just a thought.
Crazy.
I don't know. What I do know is that all these companies over there, they're all within a block of each other. Okay, some which are in the same building on separate floors. They all talk to each other. There's people talking. No, can't happen.
They would never do. No, not the
I can
magic
tell you
China box
this,
industry.
that they all know what each other is doing. They all know what each other is doing. 125%. So,
Aloha, you can send me an email if you want, Rob. Just contact at chumpchangexd.com. You can send me an email if you want to talk, or you can just hit me up in Discord. Whatever you want.
Fully Electric says, Hawk, Ice River will have 3 versions, 1.3 terahash for the AL0, a 5 terahash for the AL1, and a 10 terahash for the AL3L.
Wow.
Those are
I
really
would take,
really specific numbers.
Yeah, I would take what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, but if you look at it from
I'm gonna go with
past, I
him.
mean, it could be close.
I'm gonna go with him, dude. Fully Electric, he knows his shit. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I said 8. He's saying 10 terahash on the high end, so we'll see. Michael Cartwright says all crypto like motherboards made in the same line with different label. And yeah, Todd Thibodeau says look at the hash rate on miner pools. The hash rate on what for a lithium? Yeah, we looked at it earlier. It was high. It's definitely high. Just guessing, he says, but he could be correct. He could be.
Sure.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Monday's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's probably
just
like right
forgot
on the
the
nose.
Some guesses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be at least their high end one has got to be at least 8 terahash to make sense. And it's probably going to run about, if they do like a 10 terahash one, it's going to get close to around $15,000 probably. I would say around 15 grand.
So
Oh,
then here's a question then, because like for the longest time we only thought Ice River was going to be a Caspa ASIC company, right? Like, and now they're making a lithium ASICs now. What is Alpha Packs going to do the same thing? Is there going to be these companies, more companies now, getting involved in the altcoin mining versus traditional Bitcoin mining?
I asked
think
Payne
so.
that when I was at Mining Disrupt, and he said right now they're focusing on script, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they all will diversify, but they're going to play into their strengths, right? And whatever that they built. And I think AlphaPex, like Goat said, is going to stick to the OG script for now. Avalon will stick to Bitcoin, and then Bitmain, because the size of their company, will be moving around. Ice River probably will stick to alts because they probably do better in that market. There's no if Ice River, I don't think Ice River could compete in the BTC market. I don't even think it's worth it for them to do that. Lukewarm Miner says something about the thermal paste. Where was that? Did I miss it?
They will send the overclocks and the crappy pink thermal paste.
Yeah, so they did change that though. So they're using new thermal paste and they're using new control boards on the KS5 series. So, and the temperatures are really reflecting it. Like I look at the Wyoming location right now, and their fans actually can ramp up to 7,000 RPM on the new fans on the KS5s. So, and right now, a lot of them are sitting at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, just depending on the machine. But they're doing pretty well in the 5Ls, man. I mean, temperatures look good.
So here's my question then: is what do you think is going to happen to these gold shell boxes, this 360 and 720?
You're gonna go one
this
else,
is
right?
my
All
next
the other ones.
Yeah.
I know, but then my next question is why do you people keep buying it? That makes no sense to me.
I don't think a lot of
it's
people from
proven
our
over time
community
it
buy
gets
them.
crushed.
He's gone. And he's gone.
And he's gone.
I don't think a lot of people from our community buy gold shells. I don't think that. I really don't. I really don't think a lot of people from our community buy gold shells. I don't. I think they have their own clientele, and it's mainly people just trying to get in early and get the coins as fast as they can. I really think that's what it comes down to.
At least wait till it gets to my doorstep before you guys start shitting all over it.
I have one coming too. I'm just being honest.
Give it a couple minutes.
Mine's in the mail.
Wait,
I'm waiting for mine.
Wait, do you have one coming?
I have an
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
AL box 2 coming.
Do you really?
I-
Oh, you do?
I don't-
You
I don't-
keep on- See, that's what
It's
happens
supposed
when
to
you
be
got
on the plane, I
85,000
guess.
subs. That's what happens when you go
I don't know.
85K.
Listen, my defense, I didn't ask for it. You just said it was coming. You just like, here's the track into the yellow box 2. I was like, oh, I didn't know I was getting that. Thank you.
I have a mini
Like, I didn't
Doge
know what to
3 because
say.
I'm under 50,000.
Well, no, he sent me the mini
Oh.
Doge 3, and then he just sent me the tracking for that one, and I was like, oh, interesting. All right,
Just-
cool. I'm like, can't wait to check it out. And then
I'm
fucking
gonna
all this news
complain.
comes out, and I was like, damn.
I'm
Like,
going
this
to
thing's gonna
complain.
get smashed before I even
I
get
don't
to put a video out.
If I was
I
I wanted to
guess-
buy a script miner, I would buy an Alpha Pex probably before I'd buy a bit.
The DG1s are great machines.
Yeah.
I made this point the other day. I showed it on a live stream. I was showing like 10 of them, right? They're all hashing within like 1% of each other, not even 1%. They're all hashing at the same. There's no fluctuations in the silicon. Their quality control on AlphaPex so far has been pretty good. Just throwing that out there.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
I
throw
would-
a link to Discord in the chat for you, Rob.
There you go. I already had it, but if you did it, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, boss, about the little rant about your paperweight.
You're fine. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I don't give a shit, dude. Everybody's entitled to their opinion with everything, and it's like
Gold Shell is gonna go after the people who want to stay at home and want to mine at home with high electricity. There's a market for that, and there's people that will buy those units. So I think they're short lived, but we'll see.
See, I like the fact that it's low wattage. If it wasn't low wattage, then I'd be like, nah.
But I mean, what that first one was like? What, like $15,000?
The price is absolutely garbage. Yes, I agree.
It was out of this world. Like,
I don't know what the
money
money
though. They price them based on how much they're making. Like, I mean, and there's a thing.
Did anybody who bought that? If there's somebody in the chat, I'm sorry.
Andrew Masad, are you here?
But
I think you got one. I don't know how much you paid though. I don't know. I thought it was like 9, maybe. Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
Okay, I want to know, out of that much money you spent, how much have you recouped, and what are you making daily right now?
Well, that's just like
Andrew's
Panda made that.
Ours. I could ask him. Hold on.
Panda made that video on the KS3M he gave away recently, right? When he got it, he said it was what, like 9,000 when he got it, or 5,000, whatever it was. The price of it when he bought it or when he received it. Its value. He said, when I mine that much Caspa, I'm giving this away. And it took him like 8 months, wasn't it? On the original KS3M.
Panda?
Yeah.
Did he make it?
Right.
I don't even know. I didn't even.
But hang on a second. He mined it, and then he took the price appreciation into account too. So that's why he was able to get there.
Oh, all right. Well,
Otherwise,
that makes more
still
sense.
be mining on it.
Can we just like talk about this for a second? So this is what you'd be making a day on the AL1. 15.6 terahash, $777 a day. Like
that one, the other 350
that
that gets sold before you are online before you can get yours.
Right, it's a race to the finish.
Half in a week.
Had that number? Remember the first KS3? You remember?
Yeah, it's always going to be like 25% of whatever that number is. Right there is what it's probably.
At least.
It'll be much worse than that.
It'll be about $100 a day.
You think it'll be worse than 25%?
I think it'll be $100
Oh
a day.
hell yeah! Do the math, man. It went 1.7 petahash. You sell 1,000 of those. That's 15 petahash.
Oh man,
you're adding.
Oh, I don't think there'll be 1,000. I think there'll be a few hundred released at first.
I heard there was a production run between 500 and 1,000. So I did the worst case scenario and at 1,000.
Really?
That's what we were talking about before you came on.
All right. Well, yeah, before you came on. So let's say it's 500. That's fine. That's 7,500 petahash.
Look at this 1.7 right now. 7,500 on top of that would be fucking that'd be terrible. It's gonna be scary. I mean, hey, listen,
less than 200 easy.
Okay, but listen,
I don't know.
But isn't there a price bump right now on lithium recently after all these announcements? Just magically,
like 50, like 75 cents.
Yeah, magically,
right? I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet
I bet you it's going to go up more.
Dumping money into it.
I got it. So then just buy lithium instead of buying the miner.
That's what I was saying about it's less of a risk when it comes to altcoins just to buy the coin, because right now everything's pretty much in the dumps. You're probably going to go up a bit from here.
When Caspa, we were just talking about this earlier, but remember when Caspa went from 2 to 5, everybody's like, yeah, man, I'm going to sell. You know, everybody's kind of hemming and hawing about whether they should wait or sell. And then where did it go? 8. Well, at that point it went to 13 pretty quickly after that. So almost triples. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I'm thinking lithium may follow the same pattern. Not financial advice, but it's kind of where my head's at on this. Because it's the same companies that are doing this. It's the same companies.
I don't disagree with Max, but on the flip side to that, with all respect, lithium. Nobody can predict the markets. So
true.
I do believe that time in the market beats timing the market. You know what I mean? Sometimes in certain situations, like Fully Electric just said, he got the AL box for $6K and he only earned 1,000 so far, but he also purchased 6,000 worth of a lithium when it was close to $1.
He's such a smart mofo.
So I even my money back from buying the coin. So sometimes in certain situations, and that goes to show you right there, plain as day, that sometimes buying the coin and just holding and having time in the market will beat mining in general. It just kind of just depends on what it is
or
where you're at.
or you buy the coins that the ASIC companies are making ASICs for. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's
Yeah, I
like
said
what
that earlier,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
You
Like
just chase the machines. Yeah, like
that's what
if
it's really about.
new Dogecoin
Yeah.
miner comes out, you buy Doge. Like a lithium, buy a lithium. Caspa, buy a Caspa. It's just it's I mean, I wouldn't say easy because it could go sideways real fast, but I mean it's a better
like buying the
gamble
rumor.
for sure.
It's just like buying the rumor.
Yeah, it's a better gamble, my opinion. I did the same thing with the KS1, KS2. That's when I bought Caspa, and then DJ bought the machine. I don't know how DJ actually did really good with his machine, I think, but
He did. He
But-
was on live today. He went live today, actually. He
yeah,
did very well, he said.
I saw that actually. I did. Yeah.
Root Farms. Tomorrow's Sunday. Typically on Sunday, we usually have a down day, although last Sunday wasn't like that at all.
No,
Typically Sundays are the worst day of the week when it comes to crypto markets. So you're not wrong. It probably will dip tomorrow. So that would be a better time to buy than right now.
Black Sales, no anything but Cadena. Because that would have been a real shitty day. Oh man, Panda would have been so loaded if he just waited.
I really hope. I feel for the people in the DR7. I just saw Mumps comment. Like, I feel he was tagging.
Oh, because that's wrong, right?
Huh?
No, I think they fixed it on ASIC miner value.
No, Mine the ASIC, you mean?
Yeah, Mine the ASIC has it wrong. You said, right?
Mine the ASIC is completely not even. I think they're completely wrong in most of their stats. So ASIC miner value. The best thing you should do, everybody should do, is just go to what to mine, go to coins, and that'll give you the most accurate readings on all the profitability. Even ASIC miner value is an estimate.
Right now on ASIC miner
Like
value,
this
it
one.
has $0 because they haven't hit the fork yet. So it was calculating it.
It's
Like this is the old
mine and ASIC
algo.
That is completely
incorrect.
This is
gnarly
the
now, but
old
that's
algo,
on-
apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, but that's not.
It's not even
that's
the right-
not accurate.
Yeah, it's not right. I didn't know that
It-
until
And how
today.
much is that
Somebody
thing?
told
It's only $2,700. I better get one of those things.
me. Shut up.
It doesn't make
People
anything.
will believe
It's-
you.
ASIC miner value had it negative, actually $7.
That's what I'm saying is ASIC miner value shows it as minus 852 right now at my power cost.
Yeah, if you go to what to mine and go to the algorithm and then type it all in and put the information in there, it's not good at all. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, because it's zero income. It's not because they haven't had the fork yet, so it's not showing any data yet. Same thing on what to mine.
it's gonna get wrecked. That was Bitmain. That this is what happened. Bitmain made these machines. Okay, they were gonna do a run, and then the project forked, and then they lost them. So they've been sitting around and not doing anything. They finally convinced the project to roll back the algorithm just so they could sell the machines. That's exactly what happened, and everybody
You're
who
saying
bought
it's
them
a
got
backdoor
effed.
deal?
Oh, you're saying no? It's crazy. It's not a bad. It's
What?
completely legitimate. They met in the dark alley and shook hands, and that's what happened. It's a complete and utter.
Wait, you're losing 64 cents a day on this thing, really?
It
DR7?
doesn't make anything, man. It doesn't make anything.
Well,
And
you
Retro
just,
Mike
you just
explained
gotta
it-
hold it for later.
God.
Retro Mike explained it very well when, a couple times on my live streams.
click the mic.
They convinced them to roll it back. And I know Bitmain does this because Joe Arminio from Ergo told me that they reached out to Ergo for the same thing. Hey, fork the algo, we'll make a machine for it, and we'll hook you up. And he said, well, Ergo doesn't work that way, and he turned it down. And they do this. They reach out to projects so they can produce an ASIC for it, and they make billions of dollars and move on to the next thing.
Yep, and just wreck
That's just
them.
what it is.
Oh wait, it's like a tornado just going through a town, wrecking it, everything in its path.
It is what it is.
All these
I
fucking
mean,
ASIC companies are. They don't give a shit about the coin.
they
for the
don't.
project, none of
There's
that.
no nobility here. And a lot of people are like, oh, I want to support the network. I want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah,
All right.
that's like less than 1% of you. Like, it's true.
Somebody help me
There's
here.
no nobility.
Can I post a link to DR7? So I just opened it. So then click the miner after that to see how many God miner DR7s are up. What?
What are the instructions?
Click the miner
Click
after
them.
that. See how many God miner. I don't know.
Right there.
I don't know. I'm clicking.
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. I can't click it. I don't know what I'm supposed to click here.
In the black bar up there. Oh, okay. Hold on. Go to miners.
Oh.
There you go.
It's saying count 28. These?
Yeah, 28, 104%, 1.6 petahash.
What is that? What
That's
are we
not that
looking
many.
Is
though.
this your stats or something?
It's on the SC Prime site.
SC Prime site, yeah.
Oh wow!
55 workers.
Did you buy that many machines?
Zoom in,
these
please?
are probably
Sorry,
old gold shells,
sorry.
man. These are old gold shell units that can do that algorithm that are running on it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, because they're doing like a soft fork, right? Where they have both chains going at once, and then they're slowly gonna drop the old one off and have the new one go full blast. Something like that, right?
Huh. I don't know. Don't know.
They are
to be honest.
DR7 on
Crazy.
that pool. Only 2 pools exist.
No, they are total DR7s. Yeah, what the?
Huh. Somebody just got their hands on them early.
Huh. That's very strange. That's very strange.
Hmm. I guess I need to make a
Hobbyist said
coin
there was
and
like
a new
200.
algo.
Hobbyist said there was like 200 max DR7 sold. Totally screwed the network.
Yeah, he got one too, didn't he? I saw a short where he got one delivered, a DR7.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Let's see. How many said there was like 200? Yeah, there's only 200. We sold 2 of them. So we were able to get this. They said they were all pre-sold. They weren't all pre-sold. A few of the resellers did have them, and I was able to get 2 of them sold. But
Interesting.
I don't know what's going. And maybe something will happen with it. I don't know. Maybe they know something more than I don't know. Maybe they'll pump that price too. I don't know.
Maybe. All right, we've been live for 2 hours. We're gonna call it, and I want to see what this is about because Geek of All Trades sent this to me, and it looks funny. I don't know. This is the agent.
Oh, you guys are giving this
I did
poor
watch
woman
it.
such a hard time.
Did you watch it? Is it got music?
I don't know if it's got music. I didn't do it.
I was gonna
You
blow it.
won't
All
get
right, we're gonna play it.
demonetized. You'll
Let's
just
see it.
get split revenue.
Yeah, I know.
They don't demonetize anymore on YouTube.
Let's see what it is. I guess.
Due to a shortage of real Secret Service agents, a local school lunch lady named Pat has been deputized to protect the former president. Believing that this would never actually happen, Pat was happy to wear her super cool Secret Service issued
Oh my
sunglasses
God.
and chew her gum. But then the unthinkable happened. A weird little hobbit, radicalized by the media, made an attempt on the Donald's life.
On the Donald's
Instantly,
life.
the real Secret Service agents sprang into action, while Pat the lunch lady cowered behind a podium,
Oh,
longing to be back in the school cafeteria spooning out sloppy joes, where her biggest fear was being hit by the occasional spitball from those annoying little brats. After a few brief moments, Pat pulled herself together and attempted to assist in protecting the Donald. After drawing a sidearm from its holster for the first time in her 2-hour-long career, Pat the lunch lady seems unsure of how to return the pea shooter to its home. Not wanting to look foolish by being unable to return her newly acquired pea shooter to its holster, Pat made an executive decision to pretend to draw this strange new tool and scan the horizon for threats, attempting to look tactical with her new badge and sunglasses.
That's a riot. Whoever made that is
I
ridiculous.
gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. So many people are giving this poor woman credit, not giving her any credit at all. Do you have any idea on a stressful situation like that? Your mind is not thinking clearly at all because you're in fight or flight mode. Most of you who laugh at her wouldn't last 2 minutes in a situation.
We're
like
also
that.
not
also don't
trained
work
to
there.
do it.
Well, then
Yeah.
don't talk.
No, my point is
No,
that
been
she
in
should be
situations
trained
like
to
that.
do it.
And you were trained to be in that
look,
situation, right?
Go
You
back
went
to
through
the
lots of
last
training.
time a president was shot. What happened? 2 Secret Service agents jumped in front of the freaking bullets and took 2 of the bullets. Okay? That's what Secret Service agents are supposed to be like.
Get
They are a different breed.
wrecked.
These guys,
I
Because
put
she
a
couldn't
poll. I put
holster
a
her
poll. Should we
weapon
mute
fast
Hawk?
enough.
Max, I put a poll up. Should we mute Hawk? Yes or no?
He's not.
No, but he's not wrong.
I didn't vote
He's not
yes.
wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Because
Neither
we
one of us
would.
is
Most
wrong.
of us
Everybody
wouldn't
wants to
last.
criticize.
hang on a
the
second.
Secret
Neither one of us
Service.
is wrong. Neither
Most
one of us
of you
is
would
wrong.
piss
I'm just saying
yourselves in
that's
that
my
situation.
perspective. having never been a police officer, never been in the military, just everyday guy, but I've seen other people that are in that position do what's supposed to happen when you have that thing happen. Your president or potential president is shot at.
Yeah.
Need to be trained to act.
Yep. 100%. All right, with that being said, I don't know. We're out of here. It's been 2 hours. I'm tired. You guys, thank you for being here. Mining KiiNG, congrats on the new place. It's amazing. Geek of all trades, Hot Crypto, Max Voltage. Links are in the description below to their channels. Go check them out. Guys, have a good one. I'll catch you Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or so. And until then, peace out. Later.
Peace.